vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one day.
You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
This year, U.S. Cellular's making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent. At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
A trophy's part of the championship.
And part of the pregame is the food.
It doesn't have to be.
But it is.
It is.
A trophy doesn't have to be.
Me and Ellerby want to treat you guys nice.
Okay, so treat us nice and get us some CDs. I don't understand the problem here. It's the same thing.
I don't see it being the same thing.
So you're not going to get us food.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not going to get you.
That's exactly what you're saying.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Sustained effort and violence.
There's local politics, bud.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Do we not agree?
Was that supposed to be funny?
Cool, neat story.
It can be a total goat rodeo.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello, and welcome into a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. We are coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com. And you can watch the program and interact with us on Facebook Live and YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Hey, we'll have some post-game content coming your way tonight because as of this minute, there's basketball going on tonight in Minges Coliseum. That puts a smile on my face.
Game on!
We have been waiting a long time for some ECU athletics, and that includes basketball. Of course, football, we'll have to wait a long time for that, and women's basketball hasn't played in a while either. But Joe Dooley's Pirates set to take on Tulane coming up tonight, 7 o'clock in Minges Coliseum, as East Carolina will finally played their first conference game and also their first game of the 2022 calendar year. We'll have a lot of talk about that during today's program. We'll do it from the East Carolina and the Tulane perspective, as we'll hear from both voices on the show today. Corey Glor, our old friend, now the play-by-play voice of the Tulane Green Wave, safely has traveled to Greenville and will join us on the show coming up in about 25 minutes. Tulane, and we have to dissect their year so far. Not a great non-conference performance for them, but they started the conference season with a nice win over Memphis and followed that up with a dominant road victory against the Cincinnati Bearcats. So they come into tonight's game 2-0 in conference play. And we'll tell you the line on the game in a moment. Pretty interesting. Get your guesses in now. Have you seen it, Shirley? Did you hear us talking about it?
What?
The line for tonight's game.
No.
Oh, good.
Oh, God, I suck at this game. This is why you like for me to play this game, because I'm so bad at it.
Gather your thoughts. I'm going to give you a couple minutes here. We will talk to Corey Glor coming up in about 20 minutes. We will visit with the voice Jeff Charles at 4 o'clock. He'll give his thoughts on ECU Tulane, and we'll talk about some other topics. Also, coming up at 5 o'clock, Brian North will join us to catch us up on everything going on in the world of sports. We'll talk ECU, ACC, high school, and more. And I had forgotten until earlier this afternoon that our Wednesday regular Bryce Williams will not be here today.
And why is that?
Because he's skiing. Or he just got done skiing.
So we will have a Pirate Radio outdoor update of
next week.
Bryce Williams skiing.
On that note, we will talk to him on the phone today.
Oh, cool.
For a segment. But I had sent out my weekly, Bryce, you're going to be here at 5, and didn't get a response. And before he could even respond, I said, oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Oh, crap.
Don't we have that?
Yeah, we have that.
I said, oh, crap. Crap.
Crap.
We're not going to see you today because you're skiing. But he said he could join us for a segment on the phone. So we'll do that in the 5 o'clock hour.
Via phone.
Bryce Williams, who, last time
I didn't peg Bryce as a skier.
Well, I don't know. Hey, we'll see what he's been doing. I think the trip was a skiing trip, but
did he ski?
I have also been on a ski trip, and I didn't ski.
That is true. Same here.
I went down on a tube on a hill one time.
Oh, I went snow tubing.
And I sat in the nice lodge and had some hot chocolate.
Same.
And I watched the
everybody else freeze their tails off.
Washington Redskins lose to the Bucks in the playoffs in just a calamity of errors game. They had Sean King was their quarterback, strip sack, and then I believe it was Warwick Dunn picked up the ball, ran it for a first down on third down. I was so mad. This was 1999, probably January 2000, I guess. Anyway, my mind drifts there sometimes.
I remember I sat in the lodge on a ski trip with some high school kids that our church had taken to Boone, and one of our kids passed out because they got dehydrated. Because you can sweat a lot when you ski, and a lot of people don't realize that.
And you're cold, and you're
not really thinking.
Fluids,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And apparently she didn't have enough fluids and passed out at the base, and I had to run out with no coat, no nothing, and run out and assist whatever the medical team or whatever carry her into the first aid building area.
Shirley saved a life.
I didn't save a life. I just helped carry her. That's all.
You would think skiing would be safe with like the soft snow.
Safe. Oh, you mean this?
You would think that skiing would be safe with all the soft snow. But like I have heard of several bad skiing accidents, and I know a few people that have tore their ACL skiing.
Well, it's almost the same way.
I'm scared to ski.
It's almost the way if you go water skiing, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just water, it's soft." No. You hit water at a certain speed, and it's concrete.
Ugh.
Wasn't there a famous? Why did Sonny Bono come to mind?
Because he died in a skiing accident.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it came to mind.
He hit a tree, I believe.
Oh, that's terrible.
If my memory serves correctly, he hit a tree tragically.
That's why he came to mind.
And if I'm not mistaken, Liam Neeson's wife also passed from a skiing accident. You have to Google that up.
I'm not going to make any. Yeah.
Google it up, but make sure I'm correct. But I do believe that was also.
Sonny Bono died January 5th, 1998. Almost
on this day.
Oh my God! Rest in peace.
On this day in 1995.
24 years ago. Injuries occurred when he hit a tree while skiing at, ironically, Heavenly Mountain Resort in South Lake Tahoe, California.
Ooh.
Yeah. He was a congressman by then, I believe.
He
held some sort of political office at the time of his death.
Sheesh.
But yeah.
All right.
So you got to watch out for the trees.
All right, Bryce. Well, stay safe so we can see you next week.
Yeah, you get them big long legs out there skiing.
That is a big man skiing right there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You know,
too big to ski. I'm gonna say. I mean, all
like,
the
what
equipment.
What if he sees like this is just my random mind, but what if he's skiing and he sees a deer?
Yeah, can you take a gun with you down the slope?
Yeah, like he's going, crap, I don't have my gun. And there's an Olympic sport for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're on your skis, you got the gun, you got to do the target shooting thing. I mean, like, to me, that would be something that makes more sense with Bryce. Like, if Bryce was toting a shotgun and he's hunting on skis, that makes sense to me. Bryce just on skis doesn't compute in my brain.
As they were packing the car, I wonder if he looked at Anna and said, "Babe, can I bring my gun?"
Dang. You know,
can I bring my gun? We're going to. There's a lot of trees.
There's going to be a lot of trees and woods around.
Them turkey tears.
I mean,
can I take my gun?
Yeah.
Crap.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll talk to Bryce Williams later. All right, let's hit the rundown here on a Wednesday. Basketball night in Greenville, North Carolina.
Excitement time.
I am excited. I'm ready for it. Shirley, Tulane.
Chandler. Nah, Clip.
Yeah. Oh, you're just saying my name?
I was trying to respond to you incorrectly.
Pirates and Tulane. East Carolina, 9-3, has not played in a long time. Tulane is, let me pull up their record. It's like
I hate this game.
5-6 or something.
Are we playing the line game now?
Yes, guess the line.
No, I hate this game.
But Tulane they're 5-6, but in their last two games, they have beaten Memphis and Cincinnati. So that's since last Wednesday. They beat Memphis last Wednesday 85-84. They beat Cincinnati 68-60. So they're 5-6 overall, but are playing well. ECU 9-3, first conference game in Greenville. Guess the line.
No, 11.5 for Tulane. I don't know.
Okay, all right, you just
that's a bad pick.
I thought so. I said yesterday.
I told you I hate this game. I can't guess that. That's why he does it.
I appreciate you playing. I said yesterday Tulane by like 2.5. I think when Igo was here, the line started at ECU by 1, and as we sit here this very second, it is a pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
Oh,
so just pick a winner.
Just pick a winner.
Pick a winner.
See, this is what happens. I guess big, y'all laugh at me, and it's like a pick 'em or like by 1 or 2, and then when I go low, it's high. So I just like, screw this. I don't want to play anymore, but Clip makes me play.
We force you to play this game that you hate.
You will play, and you will make a pick.
You will play
You will
because
guess the line.
we need to laugh at you.
Thank you for the show fodder today. No, I'm genuinely curious of what people think the line should be. What do you think about this line, Chandler?
Pick 'em. That's interesting. Well, I mean, ECU hasn't played in a couple of weeks. Tulane's coming off of 2 big wins.
Here's the problem, too. Who's playing for ECU tonight?
That's exactly what I was thinking about on the way to work this morning. I was like, oh, man, I'm so excited to watch ECU basketball tonight. But I was like, who's going to be on the floor for the Pirates tonight? I mean, we don't really know. I guess we'll find out closer to tip-off who will be on the floor for ECU, or we might just find out whenever they announce the starting lineup.
Well, I'm interested to go see the layup lines and stuff tonight, right? Like the pregame. Who's on the court for East Carolina?
Exactly.
Might want to get that information before you contact your illegal bookie.
And it can be anybody. I mean, we could sit here and try to guess, but we have no idea.
And how many will be available? You know, you have to have. If you have 7, you have to play. So the Pirates will have 7 at least.
Yeah, and you talked to Joe Dooley yesterday on the show, and of course he said that there was going to be some guys out for the Pirates tonight, but of course he did not name drop anybody. So interesting to see who will be on the court, who will not be on the court tonight for East Carolina.
All right, Pirates and Green Wave. It kind of makes sense too for something that Igo said yesterday. I mean. By the way, if you tuned in to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadeau segment yesterday on the show, you had a good night last night because he had Marquette. They won by like 30 over Providence. Texas, because K-State had some guys down. He also liked K-State to win the football game last night, which they did. I even threw out NC State, and that'll get me back to Tulane in a moment. But NC State was 0-3 in the ACC. But every game had been tight. They play everybody tight. So I said, why is, Virginia Tech 9.5? And State was due to win a game. They were at least due to play another, would play another close game. Is Tulane really a team that should be 3-0 in the AAC?
It's kind of weird to think about.
I don't know if we're ready to live in a world where Tulane's 3-0 in the American. They're due for a loss tonight, is what I'm saying. So I'd like to sit here and say I like the Pirates, but again, I don't know who's playing. Just from an optics, a standing standpoint, I like Tulane to lose tonight. I just don't know who the players they'll be losing to.
Not to make an excuse for the success of Tulane basketball, but their wins have come off of depleted basketball teams.
Well, Cy mentioned yesterday that Memphis had 2 of their 3 players down, I think. You still got to win the game. What they did at Cincinnati was...
To go on the road at Cincinnati and get a win is very impressive, whether that's against a depleted team or not. But now they have to come to Greenville and face a Pirate squad that's off to a pretty good start, 9-3. But once again, they're playing a depleted team in the Pirates. So would be really great to get the Pirates off to a great start in conference play, 1-0, especially at home. Hopefully there's a great crowd tonight in Minges.
Craig asking, is the equipment manager available? I love those emotional videos on YouTube, he says, where they have to bring in help staff and put in a game to play and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, kind of like the emergency goalie in hockey,
and the quarterback we saw for South Carolina who wasn't going to play this year. He was going to be a grad assistant coach and had to play in the game. So
he started the bowl game for South Carolina, by the way. I thought that was pretty cool.
And they beat North Carolina. Steve Hill says, who is Corey Glory? Did somebody say Corey Glory?
I don't know.
I don't know who that is, Steve.
I want some Corey Glory hole.
We want... Jerry.
I want me some glory hole.
Jerry. We were doing so well. We had a nice, clean show going today.
I want me some glory hole.
Can the Cowboys get some glory hole this year?
They could.
We'll talk NFL later on in the show. All right. Last night was a great night for college basketball. There was so many games. I mentioned it yesterday. It was 11, 12 games, something like that, involving top 25 teams. And I was sitting there and couldn't really find one particular game I wanted to watch. I had some interest in the State Virginia Tech game. I like watching Baby T. I hate that he's wearing that uniform, Shirley.
It is. It's hard for me to watch, but I did watch Baby T last night as well. And he played very, very well.
And it just is a shame that he has to do it for that team.
It's a shame that we couldn't get him because, man, is he fun to watch.
At least we have a female star coming to East Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
From Farmville Central.
Yep, yes. Amaya Joyner.
Baby A.
Maya.
Baby A.
My. But so I'm watching that and I'm like, you know what would be really cool is me to not see this commercial and see the game automatically flip to another basketball game, like Red Zone, which I watch on Sundays, and I watched this past Sunday, and I finally was able to get out of the crater that is my chair at 5:30, 6 o'clock around halftime of the 4 o'clock games and realized that I've been sitting there all day watching football.
And didn't get up?
I mean, I'm sure I'd gone to the bathroom gone to grab a soda or something. But at that point, I was like, I made sure my family was alive.
Family.
I went out and picked up dinner, and then I got home and watched the end of the games on Red Zone. I mean, it is like a time. It's like its own little time warp. Because there's no like commercials. It's just game after game after game, and you lose all sense of time. Anyway, it's the greatest invention of all time. With all the ESPN Plus, with all this crap they have now, how is there not a basketball orange zone, red zone, full court, trap, zone, press, whatever you want to call it? It would be. They have all these games.
And it would be so easy to switch.
I know. Why are they not doing this instead of having 14 shows where people yell at each other with scripted takes? That's what
I agree.
Do we not agree?
I mean, really?
So I'm volunteering to be the basketball orange zone, red zone host.
Do we not agree?
And whatever. I'll do it. Just I could probably do it here remotely. They could start tonight if they wanted to. Just have a channel, go from game to game. If it's tight, if a team is on a run, if a game goes to commercial, flip over there. Somebody responded last night. I think it was Tyler said, I would definitely pay money for this. Like people would pay for it. Put it on ESPN Plus.
You have a legitimate argument there because, as a matter of fact, I was watching Sunday afternoon. I can't remember what the 4:00 game was that was on Fox, I think it was, or CBS, because they go back and forth in terms of who brings the doubleheader every Sunday. But I wanted to see the Cowboys-Cardinals game, but I ended up getting something else, and I was not happy about it. And so I flipped over to the Red Zone and was able to watch, because there are just some matchups that are not sexy to me, and I don't want to sit through an entire football game, watching two teams that I don't really care for. So Red Zone is great from that perspective. You're going back and forth. So basketball would be, I think, way more easier.
Do it on a Tuesday, Wednesday. You don't have to do it every night of the week because there's not always a slate of games like that. But like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday would probably be your big days for it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask, like, what's the busiest time schedule for college basketball?
I would say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. Maybe Sunday. But those four would be definites. Steve Hill asked who is Corey Glory because who typed in the guest today on the show?
Was not me.
Who was that, Chandler?
Me. Does it say Glory?
He said Pirate Radio Live 1-5-22 PRL Rundown. Jeff Charles, Bryce Williams, Corey Glory.
Glory in the highest. He's back.
Glory,
hallelujah. Glory. That's my fault. I'm sorry.
So that's on you.
That's on me.
You're taking it.
That's my B. When you foul somebody in basketball and you just put your hand up like this, like that's on me.
Yeah.
Do have a little bit of baseball news.
Is it breaking?
Yes, because this email is only 2 minutes old.
Okay.
East Carolina sophomore pitcher Carson Wisson has been named preseason first-team All-America from Perfect Game.
Perfect Game. All right.
So there you go.
Speaking of perfect games and Pirate pitchers, Jake Kuchmaner, Maryland.
There you go.
He is still here, by the way. He's never leaving. He's going to pitch forever.
I mean, why would you? I mean, he's like a legend.
Yeah.
You know?
Just stay here forever, pitch, have a good time, enjoy yourself. All right, congrats to Carson Wisenhunt on the honor there. I saw a tweet from an equipment manager at ECU, and she put out that the new personalized gloves are here. It was for the ECU softball team.
Yeah, I saw one that I raised my eyebrow a little bit because I thought she was a senior, but I guess she's coming back for that extra year.
It had their names on it. They're like white. They're the traditional, brown, black gloves, but there was like a white one in there, maybe a purple even. But it just reminded me of how awesome it was before every like Little League baseball year, Babe Ruth, whatever, to get. I didn't get a new glove every year, but like new batting gloves, new cleats.
Oh yeah,
God, that was so.
New
awesome.
batting gloves was like the thing because I always used the same glove because once you break one in,
you didn't want to get.
You didn't want to get a new one because it took forever.
Floppy. It's like real floppy.
Yeah, well, it's real floppy, but it's comfortable in your hand. You've broken it in. It's got some good use. So you can wait a few years to switch out your glove. But batting gloves, I always get a new pair every year, and that feeling of putting them gloves on for the first time it's just. Unless you've played, you don't know what it feels like, but it's just an indescribable feeling.
Softball Shirley.
Softball Shirley's going to resurrect her career in about 30 days.
New equipment was so good.
It was always fun.
What a trip to the store that was.
I love
taking out a new bat, too. Like, buying a new bat and slide it out. Oh, man. Like
getting
it was a sword.
That first good
You're
hit.
about to take it to battle.
Yeah. You don't want to look at the price tag of the bat.
No.
Because nowadays bats are ridiculously expensive.
I actually got a bat one time at at one of these equipment sales that ECU would put on. And on the knob of the bat, I want to say it was the number 8. And I want to say Turner Brown was like a freshman or sophomore around that time. So I was like, this is Turner Brown's bat.
So you got... Oh, never mind. I was going to say a wood bat, but no, it's an aluminum bat.
Yeah, it's aluminum.
You still have it?
Somewhere. And I used it in high school. I took it back and actually used it. I would take it up to the plate.
That is legitimately a cool, neat story.
Cool, neat story.
Tonight in top 25 basketball, number 10, Michigan State takes on Nebraska. Houston on the road at South Florida. Alabama is at Florida. Tennessee, big favorites over Ole Miss. Villanova will host Creighton, Texas Tech, Iowa State, 2 top 25 teams there. Iowa State just had their first loss of the year to Baylor on Saturday. I watched that one. And that's the top 25 action tonight. We will get to some NFL news a little bit later on, but let's go and get a break in. We'll come back. And when we return, we will talk to Corey. Don't call me Glor.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Voice of the Tulane Green Wave. He will be on the call tonight.
Hello.
As the Pirates take on Tulane, we will say hello.
Hello.
To Corey Glor. When we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2022 Buick Encore GX. Save up to $1,250 off or 1.9% for 72 months. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
The Rick House, Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar, has great specials throughout the week, like $10 Tuesdays. Get 8 traditional wings and a draft beer for just $10. Wednesday night is date night, 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Friday is smokehouse night with the best ribs and brisket around. Saturday is Italian night, featuring all of our made-from-scratch pastas along with 2 glasses of wine. And on Sunday is the legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, football is back, just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I really miss this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan, not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Unfortunately, many organizations today simply react to IT issues after the damage is done. This is known as the break-fix cycle in the tech service industry. University PC Care's Business Services Division has a better way, a proactive solution called BizCare. What's at your office? Call William at University PC Care today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Well, CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years. And it continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a 6-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Flip Brock.
All right, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday basketball night in Greenville, North Carolina. First time we've been able to say that for a long time, and we're excited to talk to both voices that will be on the calls tonight for the game. We'll talk to Jeff Charles coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Right now, we'll head out to the Pirate Radio Live line and welcome in a guy who has over a decade of experience as a sports radio broadcaster, including play-by-play broadcasting and studio production within the Learfield IMG College Network. He began his broadcasting career in Janesville, Wisconsin, where he served as a co-host for Jock Talk, a nightly sports talk show. He also served as the play-by-play voice of the Beloit Snappers, the single-A affiliate of the Oakland Athletics. He received his undergraduate degree from Northern Illinois. Of course, I'm speaking of former voice of the ECU Baseball Pirates, Corey Glor, who joins us on Pirate Radio Live. Corey, hello.
Hello, Cliff. What an introduction you just provided. I felt like I was at my own funeral. Thank you.
Tell me more about Jock Talk.
Well, it was in my day, it was a 2-hour nightly show that ran from 4 to 6 Central Time that covered mainly the sports in Chicago and Wisconsin. Those were our areas of focus.
Nice.
Janesville, Wisconsin is essentially just on the other side of the state line from Rockford, Illinois, and so that was the metro area that we served, and that's a pretty strong hybrid of Chicago sports fans and Wisconsin sports fans. And I was part of that show for 3 years. I worked on it with a man named Andrew Liebetrow, who hired me there, and my father was also part of that show. He's been a broadcaster in Rockford since before I was born. So that was Jock Talk in its heyday. It was quite a show.
Jock Talk. Corey, you have been a play-by-play announcer for a long time now. How do you rate, being a talking head like myself and then doing a 2-hour show like you did versus doing play-by-play? Do you prefer, I'm assuming you prefer the play-by-play duties over the studio stuff?
If I wanted to do what you did regularly, Clip, I would have walked into Troy D's office years ago and just taken that show from you. I did for a week.
You did. And I was a little nervous that you were going to take it from me.
Yeah, and I was like, man alive, like it is such an undertaking, a 3-hour show every day. I'm very happy with being the voice of the Tulane Green Wave.
Well, not to rehash bad stuff, but let's talk about your time in Tulane. You get the job, you get ready for the football season, and there's a hurricane, right? And you were away from your homestead for a long time when you first got down to New Orleans, right?
For 3 weeks, right at the start of football, and I think I jumped on with you when we were there for a little stretch, but it was a chaotic start. There's no way around it, and frankly, the whole fall semester was pretty insane at Tulane with the hurricane to start, and then you got back towards the end of September, and that's when you're kind of putting everything in place for winter sports season to begin. And so it was a lot of things flying in a bunch of different directions up until really about a month ago. And when both basketball programs went into their COVID pause, that was actually the first time that a lot of people in our athletic department were able to kind of stop moving a little bit and breathe, because it was a very hectic and crazy fall semester.
Corey Glor joining us. He sounds the same as he did when he was the voice of the ECU baseball Pirates here in Greenville. Have you not tried to go Brian Kelly and have a little Southern drawl and talk about family, or maybe Cajun talk, Corey? Or are you just keeping your same I guess Chicago, Wisconsin tone that you got there?
Brian Kelly looks like he finds tap water spicy, and I cannot envision him walking into a recruit's home in Louisiana and grandma's gumbo and making it through.
How are you doing with the local foods down there, Corey? What's because you got your share of Eastern North Carolina barbecue and all that here. What do you like about the cuisine down there?
Pretty much everything, Clip. I mean, I had my first. I've grown in size. I was told, frankly, in my interviews back in June with the school that was going to be inevitable. Like, regardless of what I did, I was going to gain weight, and I have. And I had my first raw oyster ever not too long ago, actually, when I was out with the basketball team before the Cincinnati game, actually, before we left for Cincinnati. And one of our coaches was like, here, try one of mine. We were at an oyster house before we left. And it was weird. I understand the appeal. The texture is strange. That's the kicker. But char-grilled oysters changed my life. Those were otherworldly. It's been, I mean, you can stumble into anywhere in that city, Clip, and you can get some of the best food of your life. And I have.
Good for you. We'll see a pudgier Corey Glor when we walk into Minji's tonight, apparently. Corey, yesterday I was talking to Cy Seymour, and he was talking about, Ron Hunter, the coach, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. He's a good coach. But I like Ron Hunter, the character. Obviously, he became a star when Georgia State and, his son, RJ, hits the shot, three-pointer. They pull an upset in round one. Ron Hunter falls off the rolling chair. He had already injured himself, I believe, in a celebration, if I'm not mistaken, and then almost re-injured himself celebrating. He's got that personality, Corey. What's he like behind the scenes when you talk to him? How much do you enjoy his company with basketball?
He's great, and it's what you see, those moments. It's one thing that the viral moment of him falling off the stool was one thing, but when you get some of his press conferences over the years, whether they were at Georgia State or here at Tulane, and he's very gregarious, very funny. That is him as the coach too. Like, there's not much change when you go to practices. I mean, his goal is to try and keep things as loose as possible for his team, so that when they're out playing a game, they are having fun. That doesn't mean you won't get after them. He does, and he will let guys know when they're doing something incorrect. And he will raise his voice as good as anybody. But the biggest thing for him is that he enjoyed as a player when coaches were, relatable, and you wanted to hang around them even after a practice or a game, and that's how he's tried to be as a coach, not just here at Tulane, but in all his previous stops. And so when you see that on the sideline clip, when you see it in interviews, that's him normally. That is him, and this team this year is really taken to it.
Corey, we love sports. It's the ultimate reality TV. It's the only real reality TV, and when we get these upsets, we think we know something, and we're surprised every night on something that happens on the field, the court, the diamond. So explain, if you can, because we are surprised to see Tulane with a 2-0 record coming in here to Minges Coliseum. How does a team lose to Southern and Valpo and 2 losses to Charleston, and then go out and beat Memphis and follow that up with a dominating win on the road at Cincinnati? This team playing some great basketball right now, Corey. How the ups and downs of this season, we still got a long ways to go, but you've already seen your fair share with Tulane this year.
It was a pretty strong message heading into the season that Ron Hunter really loved the group that he had coming in. He thought this was far and away the best team he's had since he's been here, and it's year 3, all things considered, but he knew that this team was the best that he's had since coming to New Orleans, and he knew that the talent was there. They just were a young team that needed to figure out how to win games, and early on in the year, they didn't. They lost to Southern by 3 at home, and that's never happened to that. They've never lost to Southern at home in the times matching up, and then they had, a pretty tricky loss to Valparaiso in the Thanksgiving tournament in the Bahamas, but all these games, by and large, were very close down the stretch. There was only, one win against Alcorn State and then 1 loss against Charleston that were real sizable margins. And that Charleston loss was the last one before they entered COVID shutdown. And, I talked about this already as we get ready for tonight's game and where ECU is with their COVID situation. And you kind of got the sense, Clip, that, a couple of the guys were feeling some symptoms. No one really got hit really hard from the COVID positives. It was enough to shut down the team. But they've all come back healthy. They've all come back with just a renewed sense of essentially restarting the year. They saw this as cleaning the slate and starting over, and the fact that it happened when it did at the end of non-conference, and they lost 3 games at the end of non-con, as opposed to what ECU's going through right now, where it's happening at the start of conference play. They see this as maybe the timing of when they've had to stop and when they had to deal with COVID again might be a slight benefit compared to what you're seeing from other schools from around the conference right now, including ECU, because they were able to hit the ground running. And I mean, that literally they ran on Memphis and they pushed them up and down the floor. And the caveat there was, Memphis was without some big names in that game. Like Penny Hardaway didn't have everybody available. And so you could say, well, you only won by 1. They didn't have some of the big stars in that game. But then to come back and to beat a full-strength Cincinnati team on the road and do it as emphatically as they did, that was, I think, the biggest tell for a lot of folks around Tulane that, okay, maybe there's something really brewing here that we heard about at the start of the year that we didn't see in a lot of non-conference play that now is maybe beginning to gel. That break of 22 days might have been a pretty solid benefit for this team.
Corey, we're trying to figure out who's available, who's playing tonight for East Carolina. Have you been around Minges or the practice gym and seen anybody shooting? Like, can you give us some info on ECU side of things?
Well, I'll say this, Clip. I think this time a year ago, I would be allowed into ECU. I'm not allowed now. I was at our shoot-around for some of it today, and I can tell you Tulane is fully healthy, and so we'll have our full complement of roster available today. I mean, it's, Joe Dooley is, and, as you would imagine, very careful about saying who's available. But right now, Tulane is preparing as though it's a full-strength ECU team. They know it likely won't be, but that's how you have to walk into this, is prepare for seeing, the guards that are shooting so well for ECU and how well they've been moving the ball with Newton and with Suggs becoming an offensive threat and Vance Jackson and the start that he's had here. Like, you got to prepare for those guys and expect you're going to see them. If you don't see them tonight, then you adjust. But right now, that's all Tulane can do.
Corey Glor joining us. Will be on the call tonight when East Carolina takes on Tulane. He'll be wearing the do you wear green on game days, Corey? What's your attire tonight?
Well, I think tonight I will be rocking a blue polo at the scorer's table with a green kind of pullover, a rain jacket. Maybe I'll have a gray quarter zip. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I'll be next to the Tulane bench. So wave hello.
Was there hello? Was there anything you had to do during your brief time here in Greenville? Did you hit any restaurants? Did you go to any favorite spots? Obviously, coming by Pirate Radio to say hello to your old friends was not on your list of important things to do. But what have you done, Corey, since you've been here?
You could have picked me up and given me a ride. I don't have a car here. The whim of other people.
Ask me next time. I got you.
Yeah, come on in. Like, I'll pick you up, and then you have Chandler drop me off. He's just sitting there, so it just you could have just done that. No, I was at shoot around today at Mincy's, and I snuck over and I said some hi to some folks in the athletic department. I went over to Clark LeClaire, poked my head at the baseball office, saw how everyone was doing there. So that was good catching up with that crew over at Clark LeClaire today, and then. I had a little lunch. I don't know if they're a sponsor of yours, so I don't know if I want to stay where I had lunch today.
All right, fair enough. You're a pro. That's good thinking.
It was a good lunch. I'm disappointed in you, Clip, a little bit that you did not move trivia to like when I would be available to go to it, like last night.
That is a bummer. I was thinking about that. In fact, was it you, Chandler, that said something about it? Would Corey be available to come after the game? I said probably not. He's probably heading home, but. Yeah, we'll figure that out next time. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we got a plane waiting for us at PTV once the game's over here. So I will be booking out as soon as the game is done and I wrap up the show. But I'm rooting for Team 100% tonight. I wish them all the best.
Corey, enjoyed it. We miss you. We're really going to miss you in a month or so when baseball rolls around, but glad to hear you're doing well. Keep up the good work there with the Green Wave. Always great to talk to you, and we'll chat again. I don't know. Do these teams play again this season? We'll chat again either later this basketball.
Yeah, in like a month.
Yeah.
I'm in New Orleans.
All right. Well, there you go. We'll try to get you back on then, and we'll certainly talk some baseball with you as well later on this year. Enjoyed it, Corey. Have a good call, buddy.
Thanks, Clip. And before I run, let me just say to fans that are listening, I do not know who will be in the radio booth for ECU baseball in 2022.
A very popular question, and nobody has the answer to it.
I got no help for you. My watch has ended. Taking over in that booth alongside Coach O.
Thank you, Corey. See you, Bo.
Thank you, Clip. Thank you, Pirate Radio. Miss you.
All right, there is the great Corey Glor joining us today on the Pirate Radio Live Line. Great to hear his voice, right? Like an old friend.
Former guest host of the show.
That is true. When I was out with COVID during December of 2020. Actually, no, it was not, because I had COVID during our break. I had some other funk, which I tested negative for COVID, but I couldn't talk for a week. And that was in like January, maybe February of last year.
Oh, okay. 1 year anniversary.
Yeah. But yeah, Corey's the man. Enjoyed talking with him.
He's the man.
What if he's like super fat?
Like, who's that guy down there?
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Is that
Corey Glor?
Is that Clip? No, that's Corey.
Wait,
No, it's Corey Glory.
Why is Clip Brock wearing green?
It's old fat Corey down there. Fat. He said he's put on a few pounds, a few lbs. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. You're ready to wrap up hour number 1 on this Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll be back with you after this.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fossil from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bone. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
How much does the word reliable mean? Sure, all businesses describe themselves as reliable, and we certainly wouldn't expect any business to be unreliable, but when you take a word like reliable and make it your way of life, the entire core of your business, it tends to mean a little more. And it's something you have to show people, not tell them. At Delcor, we show it by being there the same day you call. We show it by simply doing outstanding work with exceptional products, a family-oriented work ethic, and genuine caring for all of our neighbors throughout Eastern NC, because in a time of need, we know the first and the only thing you need is someone you can count on. That's why we only use equipment you can count on too, like a train comfort system. It's hard to stop a train. Delcor can have a new train comfort system installed in no time, or we can provide an AC tune-up to make sure your system is performing well. So will your system keep you cool all summer? Find out. Call us. We're Delcor, the service professionals, reliable for over 4 decades. Visit delcorinc.com today.
Pirate Radio is the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ says daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio. Perfect for some outdoor dining.
There's also something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock on Wednesday nights. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's Day. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, I'm going to the basketball game tonight, but there will still be trivia. We're going to do a power hour coming up after the basketball game. So on the way home, stop into AJ's, grab a drink, some good food, and play some sports trivia.
Make tonight an AJ's night.
Alrighty then.
Thank you, Chandler. Speaking of,
do what I say.
All right, relax.
Sorry.
It's all right. Get a little excited sometimes.
Yeah.
Chandler, you wanted to mention something we didn't. I mentioned South Florida earlier, and you wanted to get something in that we hadn't talked about on the show this week. What was it?
Nothing.
No, what was it? You had something you wanted to bring up that we hadn't talked about.
No, it's just they have a football coach that got extended.
What's his name?
Jeffrey something. Jeff
Scott got an extension.
Jeff Scott, yeah.
You wanted to talk about that, though, right?
Yeah.
Because we should probably mention that on the show at some point this week, right?
Yeah.
There's a joke here that I'm not catching on to just quite yet. I'm waiting for Clip to deliver.
Well, see, now she doesn't even know.
All right, the joke is Chandler has been guilty of bringing up things that have just been talked about. This is not one of those cases, but this is a case of yesterday when Igo was here. Not only did we talk about Jeff Scott, we kind of read part of the article where the entire athletics coaching department got an extension at South Florida. So we talked about it for a good 3 to 5 minutes yesterday on the show. And that's fine. You might have missed that part.
But I saw it this morning. But I cannot stand when I refresh my page on my Twitter and articles pop up like it's like brand new.
Oh yeah, I hate that too.
And then so if I go back, it'll probably say like 21 hours ago.
That's the worst on like either Sunday
and Facebook too. Like Facebook, you'll see a post and it might be from last week.
Sunday.
Yeah, there's no chronological order for it.
Sunday nights are bad because there's like live tweets about a football game that happened 8 hours ago.
Yeah.
Back when like you were optimistic your team could win, but now it's long over. Or even Mondays, the day after a game, it's like Jeremy Chin showing up with cool cleats today.
Yeah.
And you just got your ass kicked, and you're like, I don't want to see that right now. Can we fix the timeline?
That's a great example. Great example.
I was just thinking of Jalen Waddle.
No, that's a great example.
Cool shoulder pads.
No, seriously, it's like you refresh the page and then you're like, wait a minute, that happened yesterday, in that case this morning, I did not know. I thought that happened maybe last night or this morning.
Or in the case of a retweet where someone retweets something and you don't notice that like, for example, I'm looking at my own Twitter page. I have a retweet, but the actual tweet itself was sent 5 hours ago.
Mm-hmm. And it's at the top of your
it's at the top of my feed, even though I have the settings set, because you can. Was it content preferences? It used to be you could set it to where the most recent tweets pop up at the top of your screen. But yeah, if you're not careful, somebody could retweet something that was hours old and you don't notice it. Because I've caught myself doing that.
Yeah.
Look, just use Twitter as something fun.
Like jokes.
Jokes.
And puns.
But it's also show promotion and things like that. But if you're trying to have a real discussion, Twitter is not the place. And there was
unless you're having an argument over Twitter, then it's highly entertaining, and then
it's entertaining for me to see. But yeah, and I pick my battles. I get in fights where basically, if I think I can make the other person look like a moron, I'll get into that argument.
Which you usually do.
If I can't,
which is highly entertaining.
If I don't think I'll be able to do that, I just stay out of it. But there was so many little conversations that were happening last week that I just had to stay out of. I'm not getting into this stuff.
Don't get in a pool.
The opting out conversation that happens every single year. I cannot believe we're still having it. I mean, just whatever they want to do, fine. You can have your opinion on it. You can like it, dislike it, but that conversation I'm so tired of. the Boston College stuff I got really sick of really fast.
I never liked Rich Rod.
I was just over all of it. Like, it just was a crappy situation. My thought was, man, this stinks for the players and it stinks for the fans, and I know it's a crappy situation, but
there's nothing that we
oh my God, it just went on and on and on. There was that one.
There were the conspiracy theories that were popping up all over the place in terms of on Boston College's side.
It was just
yeah. So there was a lot.
I had to get off.
I stayed away from it mostly, and my Twitter. Anybody who follows me knows that my Twitter is all over the place. I could be tweeting about a TV show one second.
You're always wanting to bring somebody home.
Yeah.
Chandler wanted to bring Cam home. You want to bring Winona home?
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring Corey Glor home.
Yeah. But, it could be about a TV show. I could randomly be watching a sporting event and, I'm upset about a call and I'll tweet about it,
Another one was the Antonio Brown thing where everybody was stop making jokes. He has mental issues. Or if you... or stop trying to diagnose the mental issues. Or it was just like, y'all.
Or the other one is, don't you know that he had 8 catches and he was a couple of catches shy of hitting an incentive and the Bucs didn't want to pay him and that's why he stormed off the field? And I'm like, the what?
People that try to have real conversations on social media, it's just a no-win situation, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're never going to win an argument.
You're not going to change anybody's mind.
Nope. That's why I just don't bother arguing.
Yeah.
Once in a while, somebody will rattle me enough to get me under, to get under my skin enough to where I want to say something, but rarely will I have a continuous conversation. I'll say my piece, and then I'll tell you to blank off, and then that's it.
I'm just here to make D-Virgin jokes. D-Virgin was waived from the Bears practice squad yesterday. I'm pretty sure. Wait, D-Virgin? Wasn't that CJ's name in high school?
Yes.
That's what it's all about, folks.
And by the way,
that's what life's all about.
And by the way, CJ, you finally made it into a PRL promo.
Congrats, CJ. He comes
you haven't made it on PRL until you've made it into a promo.
He comes in on a Tuesday after Big Ben's final home game. He's feeling good. Steelers win. And he just gets roasted.
Brought right back down to earth.
Right.
Like
lost
I
the
said,
quarterback, lost my sanity,
lost other things apparently. And
Wait,
the way I don't know, just keep right on going.
All right.
Well, what I was gonna say is I was telling CJ yesterday. I was like, "Would you like some jam with that toast?"
Because you just got burned.
You just got burned.
Did he leave the room again? All right, let's take a
he
break.
didn't leave the room. He's sitting right here.
We'll come back hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll visit with the voice, Jeff Charles. We got the Tulane perspective on tonight's matchup. Let's get the ECU side of things. Jeff Charles joins us when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Check it out. Check it out.
Christmas has come and gone, so bring in the new year with the ultimate Bon Jovi tribute band, Slippery When Wet. It's my life now or never. One night only at the Bob Martin Ag Center in Williamston, Saturday, January 15th. Advance tickets just $25 at innovativeticketing.com. $30 at the door. Hear your favorite Bon Jovi hits for one night only, Saturday, January 15th at the Bob Martin Ag Center in Williamston. Advance tickets just $25 at innovativeticketing.com.
Hey dads, it's back. Plan to join us for our 6th annual Daddy-Daughter Dance Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs. This event will be a fun night of games, music, photo keepsakes, raffle tickets, and of course, dancing. Best of all, 100% of the proceeds will go to Daughters for Dads, which supports local families affected by cancer. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. Purchase your tickets today by going to eventbrite.com and search for Daughters for Dads. We will see you Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico, a huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville, and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half-gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has recently added more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. You work hard for your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we believe that your money should work hard for you. Do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That is mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. Still to come on today's show, Brian North will join us, take a look at everything going on in the world of sports, and we'll check in with Bryce Williams, former Pirate, and find out what he's been up to since we last spoke with him a couple of weeks ago. But right now, we will head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. We got a game to talk about with the voice Jeff Charles. He joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line today on PRL. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Clip. This is our first visit, obviously, for 2022, and I'm just glad the Pirates are playing a basketball game tonight because it has been 15 days, and it seems like it's been about 15 months since the Pirates had that victory over Southern Miss before Christmas back on December the 21st, and that was really a good win for Joe Dooley's ball club. They were down 9 points in the second half and came back to win the game. So really looking forward to seeing the Pirates back out on the hardwood tonight, Clip, and we'll see what we are going to see.
Yeah.
15-day layoff, and also we just don't know at this point who is going to be playing for the Pirates because of this COVID bug.
Yeah, I talked to Joe Dooley yesterday, Jeff, and was going to ask you if you know anything because, as he said, and I think he told you on his coach's show earlier this week, it really is hour by hour, more so than day to day, as far as who's available, what they can work with. He said yesterday he was concerned about conditioning, about rust, because as you mentioned, they hadn't played in so long, and also who would actually be available tonight. So do you have any idea, Jeff, how many guys will be suited up and on the bench for East Carolina tonight?
Well, I really don't know for sure at this point, Clip, but I do know they have to have at least 7 available scholarship players. So they do have 7 for sure. Hopefully they're going to have more than that. But, all the things you mentioned, very true. Plus you have to throw in the fact that it was the Christmas holiday break as well. And so, the guys scattered all over the country before they came back to practice after that Southern Miss game. So that's not ideal either. Then you throw the COVID situation into everything. So, yeah, I don't really know what to expect tonight, Clip. I don't think anybody does at this point, including Joe. I do know one thing. Tulane is going to bring a good basketball team in here that's playing extremely well. I listened to the game with Cincinnati and Tulane on Saturday night, and when I turned the game on the radio, I thought, my goodness, am I hearing the score right? Because Tulane was up 26 points at Cincinnati, which is just mind-boggling. And then, of course, they kind of coasted in the second half, but Cincinnati just couldn't overcome that lead, and they ended up winning by 8 points, and then they had to win over Memphis. The game previous, they beat Memphis by 1. Now, Memphis had 3 of its best players out in that game, but still, you have to win the basketball game, and they were able to do that. And they've got 3 really, really good quality players, and in this day and age, Clip, where all we see is transfers, it seems like anywhere in basketball or football, well, guess what? With Tulane, their 3 best players are transfers. And Jalen Cook is a transfer from LSU. Jalen Forbes is a transfer from Alabama. And Kevin Cross is a transfer from Nebraska. So they've got 3 Power 5 guys now playing at Tulane. And when Ron Hunter got the job as the head coach 3 years ago, I think we all felt that he would get good players at Tulane. He's always had good players everywhere he has been. And he's worked that transfer portal very, very well. And they bring in a good basketball team here tonight.
Jeff Charles joining us. That's the great thing about sports, Jeff, and you've called so many games over the years. We've watched so many games over the years that really nothing should surprise us at this point. And having said that, how surprised are you after that slow start to the non-conference season that Tulane is going into this game 2-0 with 2 really good wins heading into tonight's contest against East Carolina?
Well, I think sometimes, Clip, is just a matter of guys meshing together and getting a chance to play with each other, and the chemistry then starts to develop. But you look at their schedule, and they've played so many games this year, which have been like 3 or 4 point differences. And so, some of those games they lost early, it looks like a bounce of the ball the other way. They could have won those games. And now they're starting to put things together. And, they're kind of tough to prepare for because they play matchup zone. They do a really good job of defending their opponents and throwing a bunch of different wrinkles at their opponents defensively. And then offensively, they can get points from a variety of ways. So, this is a pretty good basketball team the Pirates are playing tonight. You don't beat Cincinnati at Cincinnati and beat Memphis unless you're doing something right. So people all over the conference are really talking about Tulane and their 2-0 start. And, they've got this game circled. They feel like they can get a road win against the Pirates here tonight. And I don't know when the last time Tulane's been 3-0 to start a conference season, but I would guess that's been a long time ago, especially in this league, and maybe that's never happened for them in the American.
Jeff Charles joining us will be on the call tonight. Finally, hopefully getting some basketball in as this East Carolina season has been on a pause. Tulane had their own pause, Jeff, where I think they had to miss 3 games, and since then, that's when they've come back and won those 2. So it's been done before. A team that has not been on the court for a while has come back and played well. We've seen Tulane do it. Now East Carolina will try to do it. As far as health-wise, Jeff, and we talked about this with Joe Dooley yesterday. It looked like his team was finally getting back healthy with Frank coming back for that Southern Miss game. Luigi DeBow had missed a game due to a death in the family, and he was back. It sounded like the guys, and COVID aside, bumps and bruises wise, were getting back healthy. So for the guys that are able to go tonight, that shouldn't be an issue for the Pirates.
No, and I think the good news has been that Frank, his foot injury has come along, and now he's in pretty good shape. And Clip, he can be a real big factor for this ball club. I mean, he is a load inside at 6'8", 270, and he loves to operate down on the block, and he can score in the paint. That's something the Pirates really haven't had a whole lot of, as we all know, in recent years. But I'm encouraged that Frank can be that guy. It's just that the injuries have set him back so far. But he played at South Carolina, and he played major minutes there in his previous stop. So this is a guy that can play a little bit. He just has to stay healthy. And hopefully he can get back in the mix. I think this could really help this ball club. They've had a problem, scoring down low so far this year, and the perimeter has been what's pretty much carried the Pirates so far. So if they can get a good inside presence and get the ball into Frank, let him operate, because he's going to get fouled a lot, Clip, because he really does enjoy contact, and he takes the ball in there, and oftentimes he's going to score or he's going to get fouled. So if he does get fouled, you have to be a good free throw shooter in that situation, and he's done okay at the line, probably could do a little bit better. But I really like the fact that he's coming back. And you're right, some other guys like Brandon Suggs, he's been a little bit banged up this year, and some other guys have too. But, if they come back strong after some of these guys have had the Omicron variant and have had a chance, though, to get some rest with their bodies, and if they can come back strong from the virus, then this team should be in pretty good shape moving forward. So, East Carolina has to have all their barrels loaded and ready to go, because we're getting into conference season here, and we all know it's been difficult for ECU since they have been in the American, winning games in this league, and they're going to have every able-bodied player out there and playing well for them to make some hay this year.
And Jeff, as you said, you can't wait to call another game. There was supposed to be a football game sprinkled in there for you to call, the Military Bowl. We all know what happened at this point with that. But let's hear your travel story. We talked to your broadcast partner, Kevin Monroe, last week. He said on that Sunday morning early, he flew up to Baltimore, turned his phone off airplane mode when he landed, saw all the messages, never left the airport, went right back home to Raleigh, and did a one-day trip via plane from North Carolina to Maryland. How about you, Jeff? Did you make it up to Annapolis, D.C., and have to turn around and come back home?
I never made it to Tarboro, Clip, because Marty Fewer and I were driving up to Annapolis, and we met on that Sunday morning. I live in Farmville, and Farmville to Tarboro is only like 22 miles. Well, we're going up 258 to catch 95 going north, and we had not even made it 15 miles out of town, and my phone started blowing up, and we turned around and came back. So I was back home in about 45 minutes from when I left, and so for me it was painless. I know for a lot of other folks it wasn't painless. So, no, it worked out okay. I'm just so sorry that so many Pirate fans could not enjoy the game. I mean, it's very unfortunate in so many different levels, and I just feel bad for so many folks. But it is what it is, Clip, and you pick up the pieces and you move on. I know the players were certainly very disappointed, the coaches, everybody at the bowl. It's just a bad scene. But, hey, stuff happens, and you have to look back at the good year that East Carolina had, the 7-5 season for this football team, and getting the fan base back on board too. I mean, this is the first time I've seen some excitement in the fan base in the last 7 years, and so that's what made it very disappointing. But hopefully that enthusiasm can carry over now to next year, and the Pirates can do better in selling season tickets and get ready for, I know, what will be a very highly anticipated season, I think, for Pirate football next fall, Clip.
Absolutely, and a lot of that is because of the season opener. NC State coming to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. That'll certainly get people excited after what was a really good 2021 for Pirate football. We're visiting with Jeff Charles today. Jeff, the bowl season was odd with all the cancellations and things like that. It felt a little more normal Friday with the college football playoff. And then Saturday was actually a great slate, wall-to-wall college football. So we did get a little bit of a normal feeling in. How much did you pay attention to postseason college football thus far?
Well, I did watch both of the playoff games, and I thought Cincinnati would have played a little bit better. I know they were huge underdogs, and I know hardly anyone gave them a chance, but I maybe gave them a little bit more of a chance than a lot of folks did, and I really thought it would be a little bit more competitive. But Alabama is just so good on defense. I think Cincinnati could have stayed out there until midnight and never scored a touchdown. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. And then, of course, I watched the other game as well, and Georgia was just so much better than Michigan. It wasn't even close. So here we go again, Clip. SEC final between Alabama and Georgia. The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Yeah, I've been asking people too, Jeff. Are you? It seems like there's two camps. There's the I'm sick of this, same old teams. Don't want to watch this game again. It just happened. And there's also the other side of it that, we're sports fans. We want to see good games. And I'm kind of in that camp where I'm fascinated to see, was that one game a fluke? Is Georgia really the best team they have been all year? They just had a bad game against Alabama, or can Nick Saban beat this team twice in a matter of a month or so? So I'm looking forward to it Monday night. How about you? Are you going to be paying attention to it?
Yeah, I'm sure I will pay attention to it, Clip, but I was thinking about this. Put this one on your thinking cap here for the future. Wouldn't it be great to see Lincoln Riley bring USC back as a national power and play for the national championship against an SEC school maybe 2 or 3 years down the road? Now, that would really be intriguing to me, and that would be really interesting. What a storyline that would be. Lincoln goes out there, brings them back to prominence. It's the West Coast kind of cool guys from California playing against an SEC school. I think that's what the national championship really needs. That's on my wish list for maybe a couple of years down the road, that Lincoln could be that successful with the Trojans. And I think a game like that would probably capture more of the nation and more of the interest in fans than these SEC rematches.
Yeah, and somebody, Brandon Walker, who covers college football, posted a picture of Vince Young trotting into the corner of the end zone in the epic Texas versus USC championship, and kind of said, was this the peak of college football? This is before Saban went on his tear at Alabama, and you had Texas, you had USC, and yeah, still big boys, same old teams kind of thing, but it has been dominated by Bama, LSU, throw Auburn in there, now Georgia. It would be nice to see some other flavor in there in the postseason.
It would, and I think you can throw Florida in the mix if Billy Napier goes down there and does what they're hoping he can do. I mean, Florida's a program that obviously can win a national championship. They did that when Urban Meyer was there, so you've always got to throw them in the mix. They're down a little bit right now. I don't know why Texas can't get out of its own way, Clip, because they've got all the resources it takes to compete for a national championship every year, and they just have been struggling so badly here in recent years. So you throw Texas in the mix as well, and they could be in a Final Four, in the next year or two. So maybe we'll get some new teams in there. The Big Ten, it's usually Ohio State or Michigan, as we all know. And when you really stop and think about it, there are probably only about maybe 10 teams in this country that legitimately can win a national championship. And that's about it right now, and that might be the way it is moving forward, too. It's just that there are so many of these schools that are so head and shoulders above the others that you can almost write the script every year, Cliff.
I wonder what the talk's going to be, Jeff, when you go on your Midwest hiatus during the summer up there in Michigan and Ohio about, Harbaugh knocking off Ohio State. I think it was important for them to have a good performance the following week and show it wasn't a fluke, and they did that in the Big Ten championship. Then they get blown out in a playoff game, but that had to at least calm the Michigan folks for one off season, right? That they were able to knock off Ohio State.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And Harbaugh is back in the good graces, I would think, of a lot of Michigan fans. But the next Ohio State game is coming, and they will expect him to beat Ohio State, and that's going to be difficult for them to do. Looks like Ohio State's had a great recruiting season, and they have so many things in place as well. So, it's always going to be a big game, and he has failed so many times, but he did get the win this year. I think Ohio State's going to be really good next season. I think they're probably going to be, top 5 preseason. So it's like we say, Clip, it's a lot of the same teams year after year. And you and I have had this conversation before. When you're in professional sports, the Sacramento Kings might be the worst team in the NBA, but 3 years from now they can be playing for the NBA World Championship. And the same thing is true in hockey or in baseball or in football, in college athletics, and especially in football. As we know, there's just this dividing line between the haves and the have-nots, and the haves are the ones that play for the national championship.
Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, speaking of the Midwest, there were some happy Bengals fans on Sunday as they were able to win a thriller against the Kansas City Chiefs. They win the North. They will host a playoff game and trying to win a playoff game for the first time since Boomer Esiason and Ickey Woods were playing there, Jeff. You got to go back to January 6th, 1991. The Cincinnati Bengals beat a team that doesn't even exist anymore, the Houston Oilers. That was their last playoff win. And, Jeff, they'll be hosting a playoff game coming up in a couple of weeks. I know the folks around there got to be really excited about that.
Yeah, they are, because the Bengals have had so many tough years, Clip. I think about our friend Dan Horde, who's not only the voice of the Cincinnati Bengals, but also the voice of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And so Dan's really had some busy broadcasts here lately with the great football season that the Bearcats had, and then UC basketball. Now he's got, of course, the Bengals. And it's a great sports city. It's a great pro football town. I remember back in the day when I was in high school and the Cincinnati Bengals came to Cincinnati for the first time as an NFL expansion team, and how excited everybody was. Now, they've gone through a lot of lean years, but it's good to see them come back, because when they're winning, that town really gets excited, and they pack the stadium. And so it's fun to see them come back, because, again, they're kind of a new team that's been down for so long. So you've got rooting interest in an underdog team that's all of a sudden gotten pretty good again.
And for a little teaser for sports trivia tonight, you got a little Sam Weiss trivia coming up at AJ McMurphy's, and we're going to do that after the basketball game. So come on out to AJ's after the game. We'll do a power hour or so of sports trivia starting a little after 9 o'clock after the Pirates take on the Green Wave. Looking forward to Jeff Charles being on the call tonight for that one. Jeff, we appreciate your time here on the show as always. Have a great call tonight, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, Clip. Hey, speaking of Sam Weiss, let me give you a trivia question about Sam Weiss, okay, before we go?
Yep.
Where did Sam Weiss play his college football?
Sam Weiss, I have no idea, but I feel like I had looked this up recently. Can you give me a clue?
Southern Conference team.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm not aware of this. I don't know, Jeff. I'm stumped. Where'd he play?
The Furman Paladin.
Okay, there you go. Painted purple down there, huh?
Painted purple. And Sam, of course, he passed away a couple years ago, but he had a string of sporting goods stores in the state of South Carolina. He had his first one there in Greenville.
Wow.
And never got a chance to meet him, but heard all the Sam White stories when I was at Furman for that 1 year, and he was quite a guy. He was quite a coach and had quite a career.
That's pretty cool, and famous for trashing some Cleveland people as well on a live mic, which was great, a great moment. But that's good stuff, Jeff. Appreciate your time, voice. We'll talk again soon.
Okay, Cliff. Thanks.
Jeff Charles joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Chandler, are you okay? At the end of that interview, when Jeff asked me the question and I didn't know it, you were like throwing a party in there.
No.
You were very happy to see me not know the answer to that question.
The voice got you, man. He stumped you.
I mean,
he stumped you.
I did not know where Sam Weiss went to college.
And that's a shame.
In fact,
Paladins.
I just Googled it up. I didn't know he was a Southern gentleman born in Atlanta, Georgia.
A part of the family down there.
He is part of the family. He started... So he was an assistant at South Carolina, went to San Francisco, the Niners. He was the head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers. And this is after he was the head coach of the Bengals, took him to a Super Bowl. He was a quarterback's coach in high school in South Carolina. So that I didn't know he had the Southern roots there. He was an offensive coordinator at Pickens High School
At Pickens?
in 2019. And he passed away in January of 2020. So he coached his entire life up to his last days there. So little Sam Weiss for you. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back and talk some NFL. We'll have more for you. A big star is returning just in time for one AFC team. We'll talk about that. Look at the playoff picture, the scenarios, and more when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
It's bow time. We think a chicken sandwich this good should speak for itself. But when you're talking juicy, hand-breaded, and boldly seasoned chicken breasts, piled up with thick-cut pickles and creamy mayo all on a buttery toasted bun, well, we are happy to say it again and again and again. Bo's Chicken Sandwich, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 and save up to $2,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com. BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders. University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
Uptown Greenville's newest dining experience is open and ready to serve you. The Sidebar, a Tex-Mex fusion restaurant, offers dinner and weekend brunch. Located at 707 Dickinson Avenue, right beside the DAP House, the Sidebar has indoor dining and patio seating for everyone to enjoy. For the latest information on reservations, menu items, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
We are not coming together to just be average. We want to build a program that will year in and year out compete for the American Athletic Conference Championship and compete nationally against any and everybody.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they'll have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, welcome back to Pirate Radio Live. Yesterday we announced that Washington made an announcement that there will be an announcement coming up on February the 2nd where they were going to unveil their new team name. Also, you might remember yesterday on the show, I read a email I got from Josh Barton, sportsbetting.ag, about Big Ben's next employment. Ben Roethlisberger won't be back with the Steelers next year, it appears. Will he retire? Will another team pick him up? Or will he go do something other than playing professional football? We talked about that yesterday. How about Josh Barton's back? Another email from Josh Barton.
Talks to you a lot.
Barton's back.
This segment is called Barton's Back. Shirley Rhodes knows something about Barton being back.
That's right.
Shirt right now.
I also know a Clint Barton.
What's up, Clint Barton? I know Will Barton.
I know Will Barton, yeah.
Former Memphis Tiger.
They didn't get the Clint Barton reference.
They did.
Glenn.
Who's Clint Barton?
Glenn.
Rewind.
Glenn, please educate
By the
the
way,
young
Chandler
man.
Honeycutt's here. Glenn has just walked in.
Did I get an introduction?
Who is Clint Barton? Oh, CJ Schaefer's here.
I was going to let Glenn enlighten you.
Well, okay.
Hawkeye.
Thank you.
How's that?
Say that again.
Hawkeye?
He's Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Of the Avengers.
Thank you, sir.
You're not watching Hawkeye, I guess.
Nah.
No. Well, you're missing out because it's a lot of fun.
It's pretty good.
I didn't watch
very
Loki.
good.
Loki.
Oh, Loki was really good.
Loki. I didn't watch Loki.
I just would have kept that low key.
Oh, boy.
I really do need to get a cricket sound effect before this is all said.
You can't use the same joke right after it's been used.
Not with that attitude, he can't.
I mean, is that a reference?
Oh.
We're going to start that again.
Yeah, all right.
My favorite real personality of a comic book character has to be Venom's real personality. Because his name is... Anyone? Nobody knows.
Eddie Brock.
Brock. He's part of the fam. He's part of the family. Eddie Brock. Family. Is Venom.
Did you see that?
I'm surprised
speaking
you
of-
knew that.
Hey, I know a thing or two.
Did you see that article where he admitted that he faked the Southern accent?
Well, yeah. I mean...
Well, we all knew that.
It got worse. He said he's from Boston where they don't have accents.
But did he really admit he
You really?
faked it?
They parked the car? Where's
Yeah,
my
right?
car keys?
I didn't read the article.
I don't think he came out and said, I
don't
have a
think he did
confession to make. I faked the family accent.
He didn't really... He didn't say that. He said something to the effect of what CJ said, that I'm from Boston, we don't have strong accents, which could not be a more false statement.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about Brian Kelly. All right, Josh Barton, send me another email, sportsbetting.ag. The odds for Washington's next name. So Troy sent me a tweet yesterday.
That Admirals mess stinks. It's not Admirals.
I hope not.
Right now,
if
Admirals is minus 500.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
wow.
And Boomer Esiason said today,
Yeah.
we've talked about him a lot on the show today, I guess on his radio show, that it was going to be Admirals.
I just thought the guy that had the tweets, it was a string of tweets where he was tracing
registrar information on domain names.
Now
and so on
that
and
could
so
be
forth.
done by a lot. That could be.
I just thought it kind of
false flag.
Yeah, I didn't feel that made it seem like the obvious choice or like the most likely choice.
If I was to bet, because I've heard rumors that it was going to be Commanders.
I like Commanders,
and that's plus 275. I like Commanders more than Admirals.
Way more.
It's easier to say.
Yep.
And an Admiral, if you look up the definition, first of all, it's a former NBA center for the Spurs.
Yeah, it is.
When I hear Admiral, I think of David
Robinson.
An admiral is a commander of a fleet or naval squadron or a naval officer of a very high rank.
It limits it to the seas.
I agree, but we're playing on the turf.
Right.
Although the second definition of admiral, and maybe this is where they're going with it, a butterfly that has dark wings with bold, colorful markings. We're going to be the Washington butterflies.
They're going to float like butterflies and sting like bees.
Are going to have a colorful butterfly on them.
Or they could have David Robinson on the side of your helmet.
That's what I was thinking. Like, just have David Robinson be our mascot.
It looks like it's going to be a maroon.
Or you're going to call like the practice squad players the like caterpillars.
When we were the Redskins,
No, I like it. That's pretty good.
That was a stretch.
When we were the Redskins, the logo was a Native American with his face turned to the side. Our new logo is going to be David Robinson
turned to the side.
Yeah, the profile of David Robinson.
It looks like it's
with the flat top.
It looks like the logo really didn't change. It's the W they're using now.
Well, you can't
on the side of the helmet.
You can't see that. There might be more.
I saw it.
You can't see that.
There might be more markings in it and stuff.
It could be some Capitol building or something. Like I think the one stripe on the helmet up the middle looks like maybe the Washington Monument.
Which that's kind of weird too.
I just wish. Well, they did say that Red Wolves was out the window. That it was definitely will not be.
I would have been okay with.
Yeah,
any of the red names like Red Hogs is fine.
Red
Tails.
Red Hogs is plus 700. Red Tails is not even on this list. And I think they were going to stay away from that. Presidents plus 850. The Washington Armada, I don't like that, plus 1200. Washington Brigade, I don't like that, plus 1200. Washington Defenders, I don't like that because there was just a XFL or AAF team. Called the DC.
It's very
Defenders.
D-League to me.
And see, that's where Commander sits with me. It just doesn't.
Admiral seems D-League.
Well,
to me.
that too. But between the top, what seems to be the top two choices, which is Admirals and Commanders, it doesn't feel right.
I don't really like either one of them, really.
I mean,
but
I just think
I prefer
leave
Commanders.
it at football team at this point.
Red Hog sounds like you are a minor league baseball team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And coming up tonight, we're going to have the first 700 people that show up drunk get a free beer.
Yeah.
At the game.
You show up drunk and get a free beer?
Yeah.
You have to blow
a breathalyzer. If you're drunk, you get a free beer.
And if you show up, you can sit in the section where the railings are suspect, so you can just fall right over and meet the team.
Well, that's where they put the drunk people. They
Oh,
don't
that's
really care.
they don't really care.
Really,
they're less likely to be injured at that
They
point.
need to move the logo stuff up, really, if you think about it, to get ahead of the Jalen Hurts impending lawsuit or whatever is going on there.
I agree.
I like the idea of Jalen Hurts owning Washington while he's playing for the Eagles.
He would be the second quarterback to own a team while he's playing.
Who would be the first?
Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears, as he's reminded us several times this season.
Clever. Yeah,
I'm sure that sits well with Troy, by the way.
So those are the odds. The Sentinels are plus 2,500.
I don't like the Sentinels.
Just be the Washington Monument.
I think you get into some trademark issues with Sentinels, probably.
And
I imagine Disney and Marvel are pretty litigious.
He said that's why they went away from Red Wolves, too, because of trademark stuff.
Well, what exactly would be a trademark issue at that point?
It might be hard to do.
I think there's just a lot of wolves out there.
A lot of red. Like you got to think it's hard probably to do any red/animal because Red Bull has such a grip on the red/name. Probably.
I just think at this point, just leave it. I don't mind the football team the way that they've got it now.
They're not going to do that.
I know.
We're beyond that.
I know that they're beyond that, but if it were left up to me, I would just leave it alone.
Would you just go with the color, the Washington burgundy?
And then, there's just the number on the side of the helmet.
Such a weird word, though. The Washington burgundies.
The Gundies.
Well, I mean...
Then you got a mullet involved.
We do have the Browns, so, I mean...
Oh, I know. Red Sox, White Sox,
Yeah.
blue. There's colors all over the place.
I don't know. Just none of those names really jump out to me.
If you have like a non unique name like Bears or Browns, I think it has to be like one of the original teams, right? Like you can't come out and do that these days.
Right.
These days you almost have to have a unique name for trademark purposes.
Oh, like there's no Tigers in the NFL, right? Like the Washington Tigers just wouldn't work.
No, heck
It's
no.
just too plain.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something different. Out of this list.
Well, I don't know how the Panthers managed to land the Panthers.
I mean, that was a lame name.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I wonder what the other... Glenn, you don't remember.
What was the other expansion team? Oh, the Texans.
Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars, yes. I'm sorry. So, yeah, you got two cats, basically, with your expansion teams. I mean, they just made it too easy. Now, we're okay with it.
Among the other suggested names for the Carolina Panthers were the Knights, Bombers, Rebels, Thrashers, Lancers, Firebirds, Fireballs, and Thunderbirds.
Fireballs.
The Carolina sausage balls.
I kind of like the Thunderbirds.
See, I've always liked the name the Thunderbirds.
Isn't that an old cheap like wine or liquor drink or something?
Thunderbirds.
And then there's the Ford Thunderbird, the car.
The car. Then there's the Fabulous Thunderbirds, which was a roller derby team.
Yes.
That you used to be able to watch on TV.
I just like that name. I always have for sports teams.
Thunderbird is not a bad name, really.
That's pretty good.
But see, the Knights was an option, and then they brought the minor league team to Charlotte, and they named them the Knights.
Because of the Queen City. I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
To do Knights.
Yeah, so that...
Yeah, I have no issue with that one. That actually probably makes more sense than Panthers. Because I guess the Panthers
definitely
was
better than the Bishops.
I think Panthers was because of, like, something with the zoo and the mountains or something. Like, there was some correlation there. But we don't have Black Panthers with blue eyes out in the mountains of Appalachia. Like,
Didn't we see a panther, like, in LaGrange somewhere? Didn't you see one?
That was a...
What is the origin of the Carolina Panthers?
Oh,
Carolina
okay.
Panthers, most likely an eastern panther or cougar, were prevalent in both Carolinas up to the early 20th century.
But they were not black. They did not look like that. No, they looked like mountain lions, or like bobcats.
Yeah.
So they had that brown or
we can't
tan
go back
color.
there, baby.
Which is why we brought in the Bobcats.
It is not why we brought in the Bobcats.
I know, it's because of Bob Johnson.
So bad.
They should have just left it at the Hornets.
The ultimate ego move to have a name after you.
It would have been like if Larry Bird's organization would have won that, and they would have named the team the Thunderbirds.
Or if I bought a team, they'd be the Clippers.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Right.
Some kind of...
The Brockers.
How are we Clippers slipped are into shift, Charlotte right? sports?
We're talking about team names.
I know, but I don't like bashing my...
You're just not good at following along what's going on in the show.
I know what's going on, but I mean, we were talking about your football
Who's
team.
bashing
and now
who?
we're bashing our team name, the Panthers.
Do you remember what some of the other choices were with the Bobcats?
No.
Because like Flight was in there, and that was the
Oh,
banger.
yeah, I remember
that
that.
was the banger. That
Yeah.
was the one. Was to name them
You
the
talking about
Carolina
when
Flight.
they switched it the first time, or when they were going to switch it the second time?
Like when the Bobcats came in,
Yeah.
there were other choices, and Flight was amongst them, and that was the banger. That was the one, clear as day.
Oh, according to the birth of the Hornets, I think it just said the other... I just saw the other names for them, and now I can't find it. I guess this is for the second. So Bobcats, Dragons... So were they going to be the Bobcats originally, possibly?
No way.
Bobcats, Dragons, and Hornets, maybe were the names. But yeah, I do remember that Charlotte Flight name, which would have been awesome.
Yeah, that was the
First
one.
in Flight?
If MJ was around then,
it makes so much sense.
He would have. That probably would have been the name.
Sure. But once again, it might have been a trademark issue situation because Nike is so attached to Flight with their
with
Nike
the Air Jordan. Yeah.
Nike Airline. They have flight, the word flight on many of their clothes and shoes. So it could be an issue.
Yeah. By the way, Clip, you have a caller on the line. Pirate Al wants to talk about the Washington situation.
All right. First of all, Brad on Facebook Live says, I hate Dan Snyder. All right. I'm with you there, Brad.
We can all agree on it.
All right. Pirate Al, Happy New Year. What's up, man?
Hey, Clip. I'm doing good, man. Hope you are.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about this the Redskin deal coming up in February. All the names I've heard are terrible. The only one that makes any sense at all, and it's a stretch, would be, what do you guys think of the Washington Warriors? And with DC and the military, have it like you're defending the country with the Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, and have it wrapped around our servicemen, our warriors, because they're defending our country, and Washington's the capital of course, the United States. So,
yeah.
What do you think of Washington Warriors?
I mean, it makes a ton of sense, especially the way you explain it. I think they went away from that name originally because it would, when you say it and what the team has been, it would once again be a Native American warrior. But you're talking about a completely different, a completely different warrior in this aspect.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather just keep the name Redskin and go with the Warrior and have it an Indian. But yes, be politically correct. You can still use the word Warriors, but do it more of a military thing.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. It's not going to happen though, Al. So
why, Clip? Make it happen.
I don't. You got more pull than I do, Al. So I don't know. You see if you can contact Dan Snyder. But no, I mean, I like the alliteration of it. They could keep a lot of the W stuff. I wanted it to be something with an R, just so I could keep rocking my cool Joe Gibbs, that the R hat he used to wear on the sidelines.
Well, how about the Washington Rednecks then?
Hey, Rednecks versus Cowboys would be a fun. I mean, we're all rednecks in that game. That'd be a great game.
Yeah, we could show up with our flannel shirts on and a spit cup and a sponsor can.
I like it. All right, Pirate Al, we gonna win a game tonight in Minji's?
I hope so, man. It sounds like we're gonna be down some players. But,
yeah,
it's gonna be tough, but I certainly hope so.
All right, thanks for calling in, Al. See you, man.
All right, see you. Bye.
Pirate Al, old Redskins fans.
Washington Rednecks. Then you would have to be like drunk to get in the game.
We'll run that.
They're
promotion.
already like that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the only way you can watch the games right now.
All right, get them in. Sean says, why wouldn't they just go with Washington natives and keep the old logo modified? Because they're moving away from all of that imagery. I don't think they want a person. My fantasy football team is called the Malibu Whiteskins. So I'm not going away from
you have ran face full into it.
The human mascot. Yeah,
I like it.
But they're just trying to get away from all that, which I understand. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Coming up in hour 3, we got Brian North. I guess Redbeard just wants to hear a sound effect because he said they could be the Washington Burgley.
It is very funny if you hadn't heard it in a while.
Burgleys! All right, get on your feet, get loud. It's time to meet your Washington.
A burgley.
All right.
There it is, a first down. Burgley.
A burgley.
Burgley.
Well, when you're drunk at the stadium, this will be exactly how it's going to be.
A burgley. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and have more.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Hang on, I know, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York Style Pizza is a MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you. Mike P. has a suggestion that I actually like. The Washington Tanks. Tanks. It's a good football name.
Generic.
Think about the jokes when you start tanking for the #1 overall pick. It's kind of over.
Also, yeah, you've kind of been to tanks for a while.
Getting tanked. That's supposed to be funny.
All right, was
that supposed to be funny?
I wonder, are they trying to think of a name that can't be picked on easy? Like Admirals is kind of hard to pick on.
I do kind of wonder if Dan Snyder's overly sensitive about everything at this point.
Oh, there's no question.
Because he gets just dunked on. Like, he can't. The dude
He can't win with anything.
But granted, like, he doesn't try to win.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
If he really cared, he would sell the team and just...
Sure, like, and I feel like he owns it out of spite now, 100%. Yeah, he doesn't care about anything. He's just hateful.
Yeah, I mean, he cares about his yachts and...
Small, hateful man with his monies.
Yeah. It's a bad situation. All right, what else is going on in the world of sports? ECU hoops tonight, Tulane. We'll talk about it with North coming up in just a little bit. Charlotte Hornets play tonight, Chandler.
Hornets!
Got to get back to their winning ways as they take on the Rockets. They are big favorites, and they owe one to Houston after losing. It was like 144 to 143 in overtime.
No defense. They were just out there just hooping it up.
The Rockets aren't playing defense on anybody.
I kind of expected that shellacking on Sunday against the Suns. I was really disappointed with Monday's loss on the road in Washington, but hopefully they can get it back on track tonight at home. I'm wondering if we get P.J. Washington back. He's been out. I think he's been on the COVID list for quite some time. It's either that or he might just have an injury, but looking to get P.J. back in the lineup for the Hornets.
I just realized we never talked about NFL, which I had planned to. Derrick Henry.
The King has returned.
Is returning or has returned?
He is returning.
Both.
Is he back at the team facility? Is he practicing?
The Titans designate Derrick Henry to return from injured reserve. So on his way back to the field, it clears the path to practice. He has a 21-day window to return from IR to the active roster. And so it says, Mike Vrabel said we'll see how he responds. So it's like he's definitely not going to play Week 18, right?
No,
I mean they're not going to play him in that game.
And even you would think maybe they'd feel like they can get through the first round without him.
Well, they will because they'll have a bye.
Well, I mean the first playoff matchup, maybe.
I completely disagree with that.
Maybe. I don't know. It just depends on how the game flows. I bet
that is an important game for the Titans, though, because if they beat Houston, the AFC runs through Nashville.
Okay, well,
they can beat Houston. Yeah, they're fine.
So looking at the bracket, let's say they would play the Bills. No, it doesn't work like that. They would play the lowest ranked team. So it could be the Bills Patriots, or it could be one of those. I guess it would be the 4. How do the brackets work with the 7th team? Let me look it up. But I don't.
Be the lowest remaining seed would go to face the 1.
I don't think the Titans can say we're gonna play without Derrick Henry and just beat anybody. I don't think they're ready. Yeah. So it's got the bracket set up where it would be Patriots Bills, but do they still go lowest seed? It can't be. It can't be
because of brackets. There is an actual bracket.
There is an actual bracket. So it would be the Bills Patriots, and I don't think they can.
No, they can't
just say
they can't just say they can't just roll the ball out in that matchup.
Maybe if it was, I was going to say the Steelers, but like Chargers. I don't think the Titans are that good where they can.
No, they're not. But they have mastered winning these ugly defensive battles that have happened kind of late in the season,
right?
In spite of COVID, like with so many teams having and injuries, like there's just been a rash of both, and so teams have kind of been weakened, and you've had a lot of kind of ugly in the mud games. And I think Tennessee excels at winning in the mud.
When Derrick Henry went out, I think the immediate, overreaction at this point from everybody was that the Tennessee offense was kind of going to fall off a cliff. They haven't necessarily fallen off a cliff, but watching the games, it's definitely now more on the defense to win you those games rather than the offense, because the offense is definitely behind.
A historically bad defense early in the year.
Right. And now, I have it pulled up, the last 4 games, their opponents have scored 3 points, 17, 19, and 0 points. The 0 points was the Jags.
And the Dolphins weren't doing anything.
The pass rush is unreal.
Some news regarding the pass rush: former Steeler Bud Dupree has been charged with a misdemeanor assault.
There's people saying that he had nothing supposed to be the peacemaker there or something. I don't know what the whole story
happened in the Walgreens, so I feel like it's on tape.
It is on tape. I watched the video. It seems like he is, like Clip said, the one trying to, keep peace and try to,
And so does he just catch a stray?
I don't know.
He just got caught up in the middle of a bad situation.
He was trying to be a good bud, but instead,
stop there.
Okay.
I like that you looked over here to see if she was going to click that first before you said the joke.
I wasn't paying attention, sorry.
sometimes I just like to read the room to say, should I say this or not? And
when everybody's looking at you like,
I was kind of stalling because I didn't know.
Way to go, Clip.
I didn't know where it was going to go.
See, the problem is that when Clip goes silent, I get nervous because usually that means he is called for something and I wasn't paying attention, and I'm like, uh-oh, now I have to replay the last 10 seconds of the conversation that I wasn't paying attention to.
Well, I did hear what he told, what his friend told the officer. Did you hear that?
What did he say?
The officer said, so who caused all this trouble in here? He said, you, me, and Dupree. I don't know. I'm just shooting my shot. I don't know, Molly. I'm just shooting at a goal.
You're just putting it out there and seeing if it sticks.
I'm like Dave Portnoy in Orlando shooting from half court.
Well, Clip, there's a little
nowhere close to the rim. Yeah, it's not going to get there, but I'm still going to shoot. I'm still going to fire it off and see what happens. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Brian North joins us. He knows something about bad puns and wordplay and dad jokes, so maybe he's got something for us today. We'll talk to him. We'll talk to Bryce Williams and have more for you in Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Christmas has come and gone, so bring in the new year with the ultimate Bon Jovi tribute band, Slippery When Wet.
It's my life now or never.
One night only at the Bob Martin Ag Center in Williamston, Saturday, January 15th. Advance tickets just $25 at innovativeticketing.com. 30 at the door. Hear your favorite Bon Jovi hits for one night only, Saturday, January 15th at the Bob Martin Ag Center in Williamston. Advance tickets just $25 at innovativeticketing.com.
Hey dads, it's back. Plan to join us for our 6th annual Daddy-Daughter Dance Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs. This event will be a fun night of games, music, photo keepsakes, raffle tickets, and of course, dancing. Best of all, 100% of the proceeds will go to Daughters for Dads, which supports local families affected by cancer. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. Purchase your tickets today by going to eventbrite.com and search for Daughters for Dads. We will see you Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit qualityequip.com.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, football is back, just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I really miss this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think we could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, then Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you here on this Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer. We got Glenn Griffin and Chandler Honeycutt in studio. Packed house today. And Brian North joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Happy New Year, Brian North. How you doing, man?
Is it happy? It's been nothing but misery in the North household since we flipped over to 2022. But
great.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's life, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
It's good. Life is good. Even when it's not good, life is still good.
There you go. Brian joining us. We finally got some ECU athletics to talk about, Brian. It looks like, you know what? We're less than 2 hours away. I'm going to say there's going to be a basketball game at 7 o'clock.
Did it?
So now if they don't play, you definitely know that I am the jinx on that. But we've been waiting for something, Brian. Didn't have a football game. One of the women's games got canceled over the break. And 2 ECU men's basketball games were not played. But they're going to take the court tonight against Tulane. We're waiting to see how many they're going to have and who's going to be available when we get out to Minji's about an hour and a half from now.
And, here we are, once again, another January with ECU basketball. We're about to find out, is this going to be the year, or is this going to be, same old for ECU basketball? And so, in this day and age of COVID, when you don't know who's going to be out there suiting up for either team, it's always going to make it interesting. But hopefully they play. You've got Corey Glor making his glorious return to Minji's Coliseum, so there's always that sidebar you can talk about, which I'm sure you've done already. But for the basketball stuff, look, every year I say show me when it comes to ECU basketball, and I keep waiting for them to show me. So we'll find out if they show me this year.
Yeah, we had Corey on the show in hour 1, and I saw your tweet, but you wanted to verbalize it, so well done.
Yeah.
Glorious return.
I figured no one else would come up with something so witty and clever in all of sports.
Never been done before.
No.
Brian North joining us. North, ACC tonight. How about last night? And I call, as you know, Brian, I'm terrible at predictions. We do them quite a bit and get them wrong. But NC State had to at least cover the 9.5 last night. But after an 0-3 start, I don't know why Virginia Tech's favored that much. NC State plays every game down to the wire and gives their fans heart attacks. I thought there was going to be another one last night, and instead they end up winning the game outright in Blacksburg. So Kevin Keats, I don't know how. What's the temperature there in Raleigh when it comes to Kevin Keats in 2022?
It depends on which way you're taking the temperature, which orifice you're using, and are you going through the fan? Are you so look, I don't think within the program and within NC State he's under much pressure. I think his resume speaks for itself. I think most of the heat you're hearing is coming from Wolfpack fans. As we know, they become quickly dissatisfied if you're not winning every game, and they've had a little bit of a rough start. Even their cupcake schedule was not easy for them this year, but they've got some talented young freshmen, including Terquavion Smith from Farmville. And I think their best basketball is ahead of them, but that will be, we'll find out how good a coach Kevin Keats is. He was great at Wilmington. He's been really good in his first few years at NC State, with getting better as the year goes on, and let's see if he can do it again here. And if he does, maybe some of the fans will back off, but I don't think within the actual administration there's much pressure at all.
Brian, Duke wins last night. North Carolina will try to complete the triangle sweep this week when they take on Notre Dame on the road. North Carolina, a narrow favorite in that one. And how about Wake Forest? We raised awareness for Wake Forest football all football season. Now, Brian, it's on us to do it for basketball season. How about the start that Steve Forbes guys are off to, and they take care of Florida State last night? They were in the gutter of the ACC a couple years ago.
Yeah, and you look, Steve Forbes is when he got hired, that wasn't a hire that a lot of people, that quickened the pulse of a lot of people. But just like Dave Clawson, I think he's a perfect fit for that program and that fan base. He'll quietly go under the radar, but by the end of the year, they should be an NCAA tournament team, and he's going to have them contending every year. Really good recruiter, hard worker as a coach, and it's just one of those deals at the end of the year. You're going to look, you're going to say, Wake Forest did what? If you're not paying attention. And they have obviously a better basketball pedigree than they do football, so people will pay a little bit more of attention. But it's been a few years since they've kind of been in that upper echelon. So good to see them back. We'll see if they can sustain it. But no, I've been a big Steve Forbes fan for a while, and I thought when they hired him, I said, that's a sneaky good hire. And if he sticks around there for a while, he's going to make them dangerous year in and year out.
Brian North joining us. Brian, I saw over the break a lot of holiday tournaments going on, a lot of great basketball being played, but the thing that probably went most viral was a brawl on the court. And I believe Farmville Central was playing in that game. And I saw people commenting on it like, these players, these kids these days are out of control and they got to control their teams. Well, this was like a fight in the stands that spread onto the court, right? It didn't have anything to do with the players, right?
Correct. The players, once again. And isn't that always the case from Little League all the way up to the parents of the players? The ones who complain about everybody gets a trophy are the ones who are actually handing out the trophies. So it's the ones who are complaining about sportsmanship are usually the ones who are creating bad sportsmanship. So, yeah, coming from the players' families, again, not the players themselves. The players conduct themselves pretty well in most cases in all levels of athletics. It really stems from the outside parental influence.
They're really good again, Brian. How about early this season? Anything caught your eye on the high school basketball slate?
It's Washington's really good. West Carteret, who was an early season fancy pick in 3A, they've lived up to the hype. They're really good. They're a fun team to watch. They share the basketball. We knew Farmville was just going to have to reload, and they have. We knew their JV. It's like learning the new names with Farmville. It's not like they're losing talent. They're just bringing in new talent. You just got to learn the new names because they've had undefeated JV teams, junior high teams for several years in a row. So Larry's got things going on in Farmville. Again, Washington I think is pretty good. New Bern stepped up a little bit this year. Jones Senior, your guy Cy Seymour. Cy's son Todd is the head coach of Jones Senior. He has them off to the best start in a couple of decades. So keep an eye on the Jones Senior Trojans. Those are the ones that have stood out so far in my faraway perch now of the mornings.
I remember all my random stops in radio coming up post high school. While I was in college, I was just calling games for whatever station I could get on, and I remember doing a New Bern baseball game featuring Todd Seymour in the early 2000s. Does that sound right?
Todd was one of those rare three-sport athletes. He was an all-conference soccer player, basketball player, and baseball player. And then he went and played college baseball at Lenore Community College, and then went to ECU to finish up. And he's been coaching, but yeah, he was a three-sport stud in all three of them. Rare at a 4A school to have guys play and excel in all three.
Switching gears to football, but going back to your ECU basketball take, show me what do you got in conference play? ECU showed us in 2021, Brian, that they were, I don't know if all the way back, but getting darn close to it with Mike Houston's team going 7-5. And I asked Holt Nailers this, and he said that look, not being able to play in the bowl game, it sucks, it stinks. We wanted to play, we wanted to win, we wanted to go out on a high note. The last game they played was Cincinnati, but you still feel like you can take something into this offseason after a 7-5 year? It's a long time since East Carolina won a football game, but a great year nonetheless. And there's a lot of people just about across the board that would have taken 7-5 going into the thing.
Well, I think the confidence of winning. When I talked to Mike Houston last summer, I said, what's the one thing that has to happen? He says, we've just got to learn how to win games, especially close games. And they look, of the 5 losses, how many of those were by a touchdown or less? So there were some of those growth moments where there was more games they could have won, but still they found a way towards the end of the season to get some of those wins. And it's that confidence of knowing that the process now works. Mike Houston in his 3rd season, the process now works. And so the result is the wins, and now you continue that hard work in the offseason, and it should get even better as far as the expectations go of knowing that hard work can pay off even more. So, no, I think a very successful season, everything they could have wanted and becoming bowl eligible and taking those steps forward. And so, I think the future very, very bright for ECU as long as they continue to do the things that got them there, and that includes a lot of hard work.
Yeah, would you rather be North Carolina or ECU and NC State? I guess it depends on how much money you spent going to a bowl game that never happened. But ECU and NC State did not play. North Carolina played and got waxed by South Carolina. So kind of different ends of the spectrum there.
Well, and North Carolina lacking that confidence, even though Mac Brown's is bringing in even more talented guys. You've got to start showing me on the field that actually, is going to pay off. And so NC State is, I think, the most confident of all right now, the way they've got it going on, and not having quite the spotlight on them that North Carolina has.
Hey, we love playing guess the line here, Brian. Let's do a way, way too early line for the season opener 2022, NC State ECU.
Yeah, boy, NC State's got everybody back. ECU. The State will be favored. At probably, I'd say 3.5.
Okay, I was a little high. I was thinking like 6.5, 7.
Yeah,
but
yeah, and it could go that high. The way the lines go. But just looking at who everybody has back, I can see it anywhere between 3.5 to 6.5. Yeah, I think it'll be a touchdown or less.
Before I ask you a winner for Georgia Bama, will you be watching or carrying on Monday night?
Not.
I figured you wouldn't.
Not a whole lot. Hey, guess what? I saw that game a couple weeks ago. That's always been my pet peeve when it comes to the playoff and getting teams from the same conference that they've already played.
I know. If it was Cincinnati, you'd watch probably just for the upset factor.
They're going to get killed. I mean,
but what if it was like Michigan Bama? Would you watch that more than Georgia Bama? Like I love the matchup. It just stinks that we just saw it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and look, and just Georgia and Alabama probably do have the 2 best teams. But we've already seen them play. I just would rather see somebody else.
Yeah. Brian North joining us today. North, is that crying or laughter in the background? Just curious.
It depends on who you talk to. It's a combination of both. We've got the youngest terrorist in the high chair eating cheese and crackers and just humming along. We've got the older terrorist who's like running over her foot with her car, and we've got Mama Bear trying to cook and waiting for me to get off the phone to control these animals.
I'm trying to keep you as long as I can just for your sake. I mean, we can just start talking about nonsense. What do you? What's going on TV? What are you renovating now? What's Brian North doing outside of his early morning work hours these days?
New car seats in the mail today. I've got to install new face-forward car seats for Terrace 2.0. So that'll be a whole interesting thing coming up.
It's a big life milestone there, Brian.
Yeah, well, trust me, I've been waiting. I'm old school. We didn't have car seats when I was coming up, so I sat in the front seat. I sat between Dad and the door of the truck, and so we packed 5 of us into the cab, and somehow we survived. But now I've got to buckle things in and scrape my knuckles doing it. It's car seats aren't fun, but I'm looking forward to it being face forward because we go watch Christmas lights, and she's the one that couldn't see him. She'd complain ruin the whole experience. So he said we got to get her facing forward. So
what a handful! What a different. And look, I've got the wife and the daughter, but just throwing that extra one in the mix just seems like a whole new challenge. Like sounds like a different world almost.
We sit there when Grandma comes and takes one, and we only have one. We go, "My God, this is a vacation." What were we thinking?
Yeah, big mistake.
And then if one of the parents has to leave, they team up on you. They double team the crap out of you. Look, remember the old 40 Minutes of Hell, Arkansas?
Nolan Richardson.
Nolan Richardson. That's what these two are, man. They double team the heck out of you, and you can't get out of that double team. There's nobody to pass to when you're by yourself. It's brutal.
All right. Well, tell little Corliss Williamson I said hello, Brian. Enjoyed it, North. We'll talk to you again soon, man.
All right, Cliffy. Have a good night, brother.
All right. Trying to give Brian North a little break there as he joined us on the phone with a whole lot going on. And for all you childless people, it's a nice PSA.
I can't wait to have my own terrorists.
Sounds fun, right? Sounds fun. The fun never ends.
There's no birth control like a North phone call when the children are around.
Everyone.
If you can tolerate it, then you're meant to have children.
I almost think it's almost he's got his own producer playing sound effects in the back because every call sounds.
It sounds like everything that you've ever heard in a movie of children.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll see if we can connect with Bryce Williams.
It's like the children of the live line instead of children of the corn.
Wow. You know what?
That's supposed to be funny.
Stay in here. You make me feel better with some things you say.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I want to shake your hand. I want to shake your hand.
I want to shake your hand.
We gotta get that cut. That's that one.
I want to shake his hand.
By the way, did you see old Nate on before?
Oh, buddy of yours?
Ric Flair?
Nate,
your boy, Buddy Rodder.
Oh, sorry. Not Lil Nate.
We're not talking about Lil Nate. We're not talking about Lil Nate.
Not my friend, my close personal friend, Lil Nate, Charles Robinson. But Ric Flair said he was taking Michigan because Jim Harbaugh shook his hand and Kirby Smart did not shake
his hand. But it was because he was standing there with Herschel Walker, who I understand is somewhat of a maybe unwanted presence on the sidelines at Georgia.
But what does that have to do with Nate?
Nate was with him. I think so. I'm saying that Nate, by osmosis, did not get a handshake. If Nate had been standing there by himself, he probably gets a handshake and a how you doing.
But Nate took that out on Georgia and took Michigan to beat Georgia, and that did not go well.
Sorry for your loss.
Ric Flair is I want to shake your hand guy on the plane. I want to shake his hand.
You should shake my hand guy.
Yeah.
You should shake my hand.
Well, how many people have tried to shake Ric Flair's hand and been denied over the years? Millions, I'm sure.
Well, that's why it's a thing of respect. If he allows you to shake his hand,
you damn well better do it.
Right. It's like the man.
I get that.
You know, a legend is extending his hand to you.
Yeah. I mean, I would shake his hand.
Sure. So would I.
Where's that hand been?
Gotta find that out first.
How many hands has that hand chopped over the years?
It really depends on how much you believe of what you heard on the plane ride from hell, dark side of the ring.
I can't believe I have not watched that yet.
Ooh, man, it's a good one.
I know.
That's a good one.
I know. I need to watch that.
You find out about one of our favorite guys, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, being
real piece of crap, right?
Well, it's not even but it's more that in the end of this, they have to weekend at Bernie's him through the airport as he's completely out of it.
It's more him being an idiot.
Yeah, they have to X-Pac's got him in a wheelchair, and they have to steer him through the airport with his sunglasses on and get him through the feds to get back in the United States. And he's non-operable. Like he's not alive. Essentially, he's got sunglasses on, and they're trying to get him through.
How many times has Scott Hall died in his life? A good 6 or 7, right?
I mean, I feel like him, Jake the Snake, X-Pac, like those guys, they
die every year.
They have died several times. They are literally born again, as in they had died and came back.
And they're still with us today. All right, we'll take a break, come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparkylicious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the Voice sent you.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
You can't imitate every animal in under 2 minutes. Or karate chop 100 boards. Or ride a horse coast to coast.
Yeah! Next stop, Rhode Island.
But with Domino's new Carside Delivery 2-minute guarantee, you can have a pizza headed to your car in under 2 minutes. Just order Domino's Carside Delivery and check in when you arrive. If we take longer than 2 minutes after your order is ready, your next pizza is free.
Woo! Forget Rhode Island. I'm going to Domino's.
Offer available to online carryout customers who select Domino's Carside Delivery. For full details and restrictions, visit Domino's2minuteguarantee.com.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, you're invited this Friday to the Kinetic Physical Therapy's open house from 3 until 6 p.m. You can come out and enjoy a free tour of Kinetic's new 7,000 square feet addition. There'll also be free food and drinks. They'll have raffle prizes, special discounted prices, and more. You can make your plans now to join Kinetic Physical Therapy coming up this Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. And for more information, you can just go to kptonline.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Normally on Wednesdays, in hour number 3, Bryce Williams will be alongside. It takes, but hey, next men up. We got 2 guys covering at tight end today with Chandler Honeycutt and Glenn Griffin.
Double tight
end set.
Definitely one pass catching and one strictly blocking at the line tight end.
That's true. But Bryce does join us via the Pirate Radio Live line. I sent out my weekly Wednesday text to Bryce saying, hey, you coming in today? I completely forgot that Bryce told us he was going on a little ski excursion, I believe, right? Bryce, Happy New Year. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Happy New Year to y'all. I'm doing well. We got 13 personnel in the game right now.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Jumbo package.
Yeah.
At least we remember to get into the game, like unlike you at Virginia Tech that year.
Ooh.
I know. Easy now.
Yeah, easy on the.
I'm sorry.
We're under center with 3 tight end set here. Bryce, what you been up to? What you been doing this week?
Man, we've been busy. We've been doing a lot of traveling. We spent New Year's at Atlantic Beach, and then the following day drove up to Snowshoe, West Virginia for a Tyson family ski trip. We had a really good time, and now we're on the east part of Richmond. So we got about 2 more hours, but it's been a busy first of the year, but a fun one.
Shirley, was it you earlier that said I can't see Bryce as a skier? Mostly due to his size, right? Like a big...
Yeah, because he's a tall dude.
Big, giant man skiing.
You'd be averaging several inches to his height. He'd be a 7-foot tall skier.
So how are you on the slopes there, Bryce?
I'm honestly not too bad. I'm not great, but I will I will do black diamonds just because now I've learned to be able to shift my body weight and control how fast I go. So I'm not too bad. I feel like I look cooler than I actually do because last year Anna took a video of me coming down the mountain, and I looked like just a stiff board.
In your head, you thought you were in like a movie, like you were
Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
ripping it down the side of this mountain.
Oh, for sure. I feel like Lindsey Vaughn, and then and I soon saw when Anna took the video that I do not look as cool skiing as I thought I did.
Chandler brought up he said what'd you say? You would think it would be, nice. It's nice soft snow, but there's a lot of injuries related with skiing, right, Bryce? Got to be careful.
Oh, you definitely do. So speaking of that, so yesterday, because also there's no service up there. So all right, we're all going this trail, and I saw Anna and her mom go left, and I think Jay went right. So I followed Jay right. At least I thought it was Jay. Well, it turned out it wasn't. And so I was like, well, let me try and take this road trail through the woods. Sure enough, it got rocky. I panicked. My ski caught, and I flipped and hit my knee on a rock.
Nice.
We're all good. Iced up. We're good to go. So, yeah, it is a little dangerous, especially when you go off the beach path.
You're lucky, Bryce, because that could have been bad.
I'm sorry to laugh, but that is hilarious. You following a stranger down the hardest
Instead of going down the bunny slope, you went down the pro slope.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And then I was like, oh, wait, let me just cut across.
I'm going to cut across these woods.
Made his own mountain. Yeah.
Bryce, I got to ask you, though, but did you bring a hunting rifle or anything? Can you go hunting while you're skiing? Like if you're coming down the mountain and you see, a deer sitting out in the middle of the woods, especially like if you hung a left and took the wrong way down the mountain and you see one.
Did you see any wildlife on the mountain? Like more or less, did you see anything wild on the mountain?
Oh, for sure. Of course, it went through my head. We were up on the ski lift, and actually Anna spotted about 5 deer kind of on the edge of the woods, going up the lift. But, of course, in my mind, I was like, oh, man, if I had a gun, we could beat some backstraps that night. Possibly could have dropped down my ski pole and went primitive and, speared them, but...
I like it.
I was going to ask Bryce, how bad were you itching? How bad were you, itching to, grab a gun and just fire away?
Oh, it was bad. I was either going to just, jump out of the lift and tackle them and take them all.
That would have been one hell of a Pirate Radio outdoor.
Bryce's family leaves, comes back in 2 hours, and he's got 3 deer stacked up. His skis have turned into...
On his shoulders.
He's bloody from head to toe. He skinned them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it was actually good to see some deer. Of course, wish the deer season was still on, and I could ski and hunt. That'd have been nice.
He would have been rolling up looking like the dude from Revenant. bearskin coat.
Yeah, he's got deerskin, new deer jacket that he just made.
When does turkey come back, Bryce? I wanted to ask you.
That starts, I think, end of the middle of April. We got a little bit of time before turkey season comes in.
I don't know if you saw on Twitter the other day, I posted a video of a flock of 20 or more turkeys that had appeared across from my home in Kinston.
Well, I'm going to have to take a ride to Kinston.
I mean, I'm telling you, Bryce, that we can just do this from the front porch. I mean, we can just hang out, have a few, take out some turkeys.
All right, thanks. That sounds good to me. Instead of having to be all quiet, we can still do our normal thing.
No, we just be on the porch. It's fine. You just do it right from a rocking chair.
I like that better. More comfortable.
Right. And they don't need to be in no tree stand.
No, not at all.
Chandler's really country talking, Shirley at times, myself, and then Glenn. I don't hear it all the time with Glenn, but
it's only with Bryce.
You just said,
Bryce, how you doing?
I wanted to ask you. The way you said it, there was no K in asked.
No, it was ass.
I wanted to ask the way you said it was like, man, this guy is from Kinston. I heard it there. I don't hear it all the time.
It does come out when I'm talking about Kinston too. Like it's the relevance.
Yeah, you go back to your homeland. I like it.
Bryce, me and Shirley were talking about that. We're not that big of skiers, so if we were to go on the trip with you guys, we would be snow tubers. Was there any snow tubing going on that trip?
So not in our group. They actually, because the snow, because they didn't have too good of weather leading up to this. So some of the slopes weren't as open, and the bunny slope or tubing slopes are actually closed. So y'all would have had to just come skiing and figure it out as you go.
This might be a dumb question. How much of the snow is real and how much is artificial on those things? Do you have any idea, Bryce?
This trip they were doing more artificial snow this go around, but I think they're supposed to get some last year. I mean, I bet there was 3 foot of snow as the base, and it was like probably all real, most all real snow. It was a little tough, so it was mainly artificial snow that they made, but it pumps out pretty good. They have them running all day and all night, so it was able to have a lot more slopes open yesterday than Monday.
Redbeard on Twitter said, Bryce sounds like he's riding Hogan's goat home.
You kind of partake in that, but you don't want to ride Hogan's goat too much when you're skiing. At least I don't.
Yeah.
I get as much focus as I can get.
Doesn't sound like a good combination. All right, Bryce, so you went to the beach. You've been able to do any kind of outdoors activities, fishing, hunting, since we last talked to you?
Let's see. I think I went fishing Christmas Eve, actually. So I did, and I was able to catch. It was actually a pretty bad day. I think it might have been karma because Anna ideally wanted to spend Christmas Eve with me. I said, no, let me go fishing. Well, sure enough, I caught one fish, and you could have made just one sandwich out of it. It was a little flounder. So
salmon.
Probably should have stayed home with Anna. Yeah. But I was able to actually go on the boat on Christmas Eve. So hoping to go this weekend and redeem myself.
During the break, I watched an old movie with Jack Nicholson, and I can't even remember the name of it now. I think Billy Bob Thornton's in it too. It was like early 90s, but the first scene, he's out there ice fishing. I might ask you this before, Bryce. Have you ever been ice fishing before?
I have not. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on whether I'd want to do that or not. But I'd probably, if someone said, hey, you want to come with me, all inclusive for free, I said, sure.
I'm just terrified. I don't know if it's because I watch like Rescue 911.
I just don't trust the ice situation.
But being on the ice as a fat guy too, especially, that terrifies me, Bryce. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy actually now that I'm thinking about it. Being on the ice. I may just stick with being on a boat.
There you go. Bryce, how bummed were you that we couldn't get any football in D.C., in Annapolis?
Very bummed. I was not a happy camper. Swear jar would have been full. But, I guess it is what it is. But, yeah, I was all ready to watch it with the family on Monday and get an ECU win and, obviously watch them finish out the season. So when they obviously determined, especially it was the day, just the day before, I'm like, did they not know this, beforehand?
Right.
I wasn't too happy about it. I thought it was pretty pretty crappy on Boston College Smart. It's just my opinion. You know, they go through, get to have all the bowl amenities and, get the special treatment, and then the day of, okay, once I've got all my gifts or whatever, and then they cancel the game, and it's like, wait a second, you didn't know this beforehand?
Kind of a bummer. I'm with you. Yeah. Bryce, and I meant to ask you this earlier, we'll wrap it up, but so you signed some NFL contracts, you were part of some workouts, some practices, things like that. Was there ever anything with your NFL teams or with ECU where they said, all right, you have to agree to not go skiing? You can't go water skiing. You can't do a jet ski, play basketball. Like, did teams tell you couldn't do other physical activities while you were under contract with them?
For me personally, no. I never had to do any kind of agreement like that. I just kind of, for my own sake, didn't want to, didn't do any activities that could risk in, tearing a knee or just breaking any bones. So I
always hate to hear that when like a football player's playing basketball and like tears up his leg, but at the same time, it's like you want to get out with your buddies and play. Like it's a weird deal. So good on you for having self-control there, Bryce Williams.
Oh yeah, for sure. I couldn't risk it.
Yeah, Bryce. Hopefully we'll see you in studio soon, man.
Yes, yeah. I mean, next week looks like it should be back to normal.
All right.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. But we'll see you next week. We'll talk to you then. Thanks for joining us today.
Of course. Thanks for having me. I'll have a good one.
All right, buddy.
See you, Bryce.
Bryce Williams joining us today on the Pirate Radio Live Line, fresh from skiing. The guy is an outdoorsman. He does it all.
Everything.
And I think it'd be really cool to have him on skis or on a mountain. He would be great on one of those, like, I don't know about survival shows.
I just want him to go try to do something with Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
Like have you ever watched the Marshall Falk, the Marshawn Lynch episode of the Bear Grylls show?
No, I've never seen any episodes of the Bear Grylls.
There's an episode. It's the full episodes on YouTube of Bear Grylls and Beast Mode trying to get down the side of a French mountain.
Wow.
It's very good.
How long is he out there for? Like a day, or is it like
they're there overnight?
Oh, okay. So they have to survive on what's out there.
Well, they do it like they were out there for weeks.
Right.
So like, so they kill a hog.
Yeah.
And they eat pork chops.
Wow.
Marshawn killing the hog.
Is it got Skittles in it?
So the Skittles do come up eventually, but Marshawn in every single situation is just flat hilarious. He's funny in real life, but like
unintentionally too.
Right, like just his reaction to okay, you see that hog over there? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take these two sticks and we're going to go over there and do this, that, and the other. And then his reaction is much like ours would be. It's very much like if you put one of us in the situation, even though he's from Oakland, California, he just sounds like he's from Eastern North Carolina.
Yeah.
He's got that voice. It's very good and it's heartwarming. Like there's a beautifulness to that episode in particular of seeing a dude that's never been out in the wilderness like that, really out there getting it. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, so something like that I think would be perfect to watch.
Bryce is almost too good.
Yeah.
Bryce Williams would be telling him what to do.
He would change Bear's whole lifestyle.
Let's take another timeout. Shirley, do we have a prize today? All right. Well, let's open up the booty bag right now. Make you a winner.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250 will make you a winner on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
We are giving away a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's.
That sounds like a plan. What caller are you looking for?
I'm going to go with caller number 7 today.
All right, caller 7, lucky number 7, 317-1250. We're back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hello, this is Michael McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville. We offer a variety of services including arthroscopic surgery, sports medicine, carpal tunnel and general orthopedics, fracture care, total joint replacement, physical therapy, and on-site MRIs. For experienced professional medical care, visit our office on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville and online at orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East providing services to ECU and Pitt County athletics for over 35 years. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Hang on, I know, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York Style Pizza is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's original Hot and Judy's mild sweet chili hot dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's hot dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with zero interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, Defense Coordinator for East Carolina Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Robert Matthews of Ahoskie, who walked away with a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's, and you can enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus, ice cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty. Chandler Honeycutt is not a seafood guy. So have you've never enjoyed a shrimp taco from Chico's?
No, but I have had the Hungry Pirate.
That you have, and that is that's a winner. That'll set you for the whole day.
Yes,
that's a one meal thing.
It's a big fella. It's
I sat in that chair one day last year, and I think you watched me eat the whole thing. And I don't think I ate supper that night.
You didn't need to. You were good for the day. All right. Do y'all do the Southern thing where I guess the collards represent the dollars and the black eyed peas represent the cents, the coins?
Yes.
Do you have that meal on New Year's Day?
Yes, normally with a ham.
We went to
spiraled ham, maybe.
My parents cooked it up on Saturday, and we had fried chicken at Saturday. But we did the collards and the black eyed peas, which I don't like. I don't think I had any black eyed peas. I had a lot of collards.
It's only on that day.
Good luck. Good luck this year.
It's never worked for me before. I got to be honest. So I don't know if there's anything to the collards.
Are you trying to change the equation by leaving one out? Like maybe hoping that something happens?
Well, I don't really want any change this year. Just the dollars.
But sometimes, if you add enough change, you get dollars.
Yeah, Glenn, I realize that.
I'm just saying.
I know how math works and coins.
They're both representative of money, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I understand. But yeah, just curious if that was. So that's a pretty well established. CJ, you ever heard any of this stuff?
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
I don't know. Sometimes you act like you're not from here.
Well,
but I guess that's because, so you said your mom is...
she's Filipino.
Filipino.
And my dad's from Pennsylvania. We actually... I just looked it up because I didn't know if this was a Southern thing or not. Does anybody else here have like pork and sauerkraut on New Year's? Because it's like Pennsylvania, Ohio, that area.
Again,
they do that.
That's why I say, do you know what we're talking about?
Well, I don't get to make the decisions on what happens with the family.
I have a brother-in-law who does the pork and sauerkraut thing. He does like pork chops and sauerkraut.
Oh, there we go.
But they don't do it on New Year's necessarily. He just does it like all the time. I do not care for it. It smells horrible.
What kind of pork are we talking? Is it pork chops like you
chops.
said? Or?
Pork chops. That's what I remember mostly, I believe.
We had pork chops. We had pork chops and black eyed peas. We didn't have the collards.
Ha! You broke.
They're broke boys down here.
Broke is a joke.
Look, scrambling for change.
We'll combine your change with my dollars this year, and we'll have some.
Thanks, not your dollars if we're talking about betting.
Now, what is that referring to?
What
is that?
Is that a reference?
What's a reference?
Have you been on a not good streak lately?
Something tells me that's a reference.
I've been riding a roller coaster. I've been up and down. I've been at Carowinds riding the Rolling Thunder or whatever.
Thunderbird or something of that nature.
Thunder something.
It was the
Thunder Road. Thunder Road.
It was the Intimidator. I think they lost the license to that from the Earnhardt family.
Najee Harris had 3 catches in it was like early second quarter. Needed 4 and didn't get one the rest of the game. I did get the Steelers the other night.
Yeah,
so I'll take that.
Something.
I had a good night last night. NC State, Marquette, which was a big man pick, and also the football game.
Thanks to the big man.
I'd like to make a quick correction. Dad just texted me and said it's pork roast, not pork chops.
Okay.
We have not done that in my family.
Pork roast. Although I'm down. Once again, if you ever want to bring in any food, CJ, you're welcome to
If
do
I
so.
bring in food, it'll definitely be the lumpia that you looked up a couple weeks ago.
What is that?
It's like an egg roll, but instead of it being like vegetable filled, it's ground beef.
I'm very interested in your mom's cooking. That's where it's at. That's where the action's at.
Those look good, and ground beef is my favorite.
That's
How do you say
It's
it?
like a tamale almost.
Lumpia.
Lumpia?
Lumpia.
I did want to ask you. CJ. I can't help it. It's a very Kinston thing.
I've got to ask you this.
I did want to ask you this question.
It's hard to say.
Yes. CJ, since you are from Pennsylvania, it's something else my brother-in-law does.
He's not from Pennsylvania.
Your dad is.
It's a weird thing.
Your dad is.
I can't figure out where
What's
it is.
weird, being from Pennsylvania?
No, you are a North Carolinian, but
your dad is from Pennsylvania.
Your family.
Okay, go ahead with your question, then I have a follow-up question.
So, my brother-in-law, when he does the dressing for the turkey, he doesn't do it in the way we do it in the pan. Like, he does it like a meatball type thing, and there's like gravy associated with it.
Now
it's in the shape of a meatball.
That one's over my head, I think.
I think your brother-in-law is just a weird dude.
Well,
I wasn't gonna say.
I mean, I'm interested because that sounds like something I would eat.
I have not eaten one yet. I have been tempted by them, but and when you're in the presence of either like mom stuffing and the way they're used to it,
you got to go with that.
You got to go with the home.
So you're Havelock, born and raised.
Big Pharaoh Cooper guy.
Are your parents still there?
Yes.
Okay. So how much have they?
So you're from Havelock, not New Bern.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're not from Pennsylvania.
See, I thought you.
I'm also not from the Philippines.
I thought your folks were from New Bern. They lived in New Bern currently.
They live in New Bern.
Are you on the run?
Are you guys gonna rob the house?
Do you have a location?
I think you're.
I thought it was Havelock. I didn't know it was New Bern.
Are you in witness protection and you're just like making up stories as you go? So how much have they assimilated to the Eastern North Carolina lifestyle?
Pretty easily. Dad was in the Marines for 20 years, so he's lived here a long time now. They plan on like staying here long term.
Yeah,
they love it here
at this point.
Well, who doesn't love it here?
You originally moved to Havelock, and now you live in New Bern.
Did the barbecue get him?
Where's New Bern come into this?
I don't know.
I was born in Havelock, then moved to New Bern, but technically a New Bern address. It's like on the edge of New Bern, but we were still like.
What is your
home address? Havelock.
Still closer to Havelock High School, so I went to Havelock High School.
Can you give us a spare key to your house?
No, I'll just leave the door open.
All right, leave the door open. We'll go in. We'll eat some lumpia, and we'll have a good time.
That's really what this all is
about. Yeah, we're here for the lumpia.
We're trying to get to your mom's cooking.
All right, let's take a break before we get to know more about CJ.
And where he lives.
And
when we come
back,
because
I'm Asian? Is that why I'm getting the? Is that why I'm getting the interrogation?
I certainly hope your mom's not listening right about now, because all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden these random dudes just roll into their house. What's up?
I gotta ask you about that lumpia.
Where's that lumpia at?
All right, we'll be back after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2022 Cadillac CT5 and save up to $1,500 off. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Hey dads, it's back. Plan to join us for our 6th annual Daddy-Daughter Dance Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs. This event will be a fun night of games, music, photo keepsakes, raffle tickets, and of course, dancing. Best of all, 100% of the proceeds will go to Daughters for Dads, which supports local families affected by cancer. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. Purchase your tickets today by going to eventbrite.com and search for Daughters for Dads. We will see you Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, and cold beer is the starting lineup at Tiebreakers and has been keeping customers happy for 20 years. Tiebreakers family atmosphere is the perfect place to come watch your favorite team play while enjoying a great lunch or dinner. In a hurry or looking for catering options? Get Tiebreakers to go. That now includes the new curbside pickup by ordering online at tiebreakersnc.com. Tiebreakers in Greenville and now open in Winterville.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fussell from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report as we wrap up the show. The Dow was down 392 points at 36,407. NASDAQ was down 522 points at 15,100, and the S&P also dropped 92 points and closed out at an even 4,700. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
All right, during the break, Glenn was holding his phone like 1 centimeter away from his eyeballs, and I was wondering what he was doing over there.
I thought he was recording us.
What he was doing was trying to eyeball who is shooting in Minges Coliseum for the Pirates right now, because WITN Sports put up a tweet, and we don't know who's playing. All we can tell you is who is shooting pregame.
Who's out there taking jumpers pregame? That's all we can say.
Good news, Tristan Newton, Brandon Suggs, Brandon Johnson have been out there pregame taking shots. So those are 3 important players, and
sure,
we assume they're going to be in action tonight, and that's about all we got right now.
Did you mention R.J. Felton?
I don't know if that's him, which is why I didn't mention it. Is it him?
He's giving me R.J. Felton vibes.
Well, the guys, so let's explain further. The guys have shooting shirts on, so there's no numbers or names or anything to go by.
So we're just kind of going by their body type.
And the video's from behind, so you're guessing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who's out there. We're heading over there right now, and this will be the most anticipated layup line of the year pregame. Let's see who's playing.
All right. I might have to skip the concession to get my beer to go straight to the seats to see who's in the layup line.
Okay. Is section 315 popping tonight?
213?
213, same thing.
I don't even think there's a 3 anything.
I don't know why I said.
Did they make an expansion?
It's in the new plan.
We haven't been there in so long. Who knows? 213 will be popping tonight. We will see you there.
Is your dad in attendance?
I'm assuming so. I hadn't talked to him, but I'm going to assume he's in.
I kind of want to just go to the game, so maybe he'll call me Big Dog again to my face. Made me feel so good last time.
Needs another ego boost.
Yeah.
Say it to my face.
We'll see you fine folks Wednesday next week. But before that, we'll see you Thursday tomorrow, 3 o'clock, on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, Chandler Honeycutt, Glenn Griffin. I'm Clip Rock. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.